Andrew's counting down and Becky's like, you're live. Anyway, well...
It's all fun and games, right?
It was 0 on my screen.
Oh, good morning.
Morning,
Saturday
everyone.
morning. It's me and him.
Yeah.
We've got Becky on cameras. Give us a wave, Becky. And we've got Andrew in our ears for now. Welcome to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. We just had a fabulous hour with our MDF. Do you want to turn that down a bit, Becky? We're both melting here, and Becky stood there with the hood up, so we put the aircon on. We just had a fabulous hour with our MDF and our silicone embellishments. So thank you for joining us for that. I hope you stayed with us for this next 2-hour launch of brand new Cadence, new stencils. We've got aprons, we've got bags, we've got brushes, we've got sponges. Oh my God, David, the font of all knowledge.
Oh, hi.
So first of all, let me tell you where you can watch us and how to shop. You can watch us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and on our website, which is highlightcrafts.com. If you're going to shop with us on either of our social platforms, all we're going to do is show you a product, and that product will have a code, and all you need to do is type shop and then that code into the comments underneath the video, and that will pop it into a basket for you. You'll then get a message from us to your social media inbox that says thank you very much for your order, and within that message there will be a link. When you're ready to turn those goodies in that basket into a happy post, you're going to click on that link, and that's going to take you to our website. Log into your account. If you haven't opened an account with us yet, please do so, because it's free and it automatically makes you a Club Highlight member, which is also free. So all the good stuff, none of the bad stuff. Instantly, you will start to get extra discounts, loyalty points, and on a basket spend over £35, you will get free postage. Now, also today, and I bet we didn't remember the pens, did we?
Oh, I've put them on my desk.
Oh, have you? Right, let me grab these. Also today, in fact, till the end of tomorrow, and it's not one per customer, it's one per basket. If you get your basket to £30 after your discounts, you will receive these for free, which are 20 brilliant watercolour brush pens. I bought the Kuretake Clean Colour ones. They cost me £78. These are just as good. And you get a water brush included in there with a valve inside it. So you spend over £30 after your discounts, you're going to get these free. The value of these is $14.99. So then you're going to check out your baskets. If you're shopping with us on the website, same thing with that deal. All you're going to do, you can just add all the items to your basket, and you'll get a little red shopping bag appear at the top. When you're ready to turn those into Happy Post, click on that basket, and then that will take you through checkout. But try and get your basket to £30 or £35, because then you get free postage and you get your free gift, which is fabulous, right?
Absolutely.
So you're saving yourself a small fortune.
Feature.
The only time this doesn't apply is if it's just downloads in your basket. There has to be one physical product in that basket for us to be able to then post it out, which is just great. So just make sure, and it doesn't have to be on a show, it can be on a show or the website or a combination of both, which is really good, isn't it? We just love you so much for supporting us and saying, this is our way of saying thank you. Right, David, wow, you've been super excited about this, haven't you?
So excited about this. You know what, we weren't going to launch this until 2 weeks' time.
Really?
Yeah, and we've brought it forward because we just wanted to share it with you.
Absolutely.
And I'm so glad we're able to do it on a Saturday morning, because you know what, we have got so many additional brand new items, such as our stencils on the show, which I can't wait to share with you. You've probably already seen them in the background, but this is an all brand new Dora Textile paint.
Amazing.
It's fabulous, it's flexible, it's moisture resistant, it's heat resistant, it washes through, of course, the washing machine. It has a rubberizer in there as well, so it almost feels like vinyl when it's heat set on its appearance. It moves beautifully. It doesn't change the characteristics of the weight of your fabric, even if it's on silk, satin, if it's on lycra, if it's going to be on denim, if it's on calico, if it's on cotton, if it's on poplin or jersey fabrics. It still gives the same feel as the fabric would naturally with or without the paint. It is gloriously sparkly. You know Dora, you know how beautiful the colours are. They are radiant, they just bounce the light from the surface. Now, a lot of you may be thinking, I've got my Dora hybrids at home. What makes this so different? Now I'm going to go into all of the technical, sciencey bits of the paint, which makes this different because it has that rubberizer in it. You can almost feel the consistency of the paint reminds me of our fabric decoupage glue.
Yes.
It's very similar because, of course, it's got a fabric binding agent in there, which means through occasional and general washing, as you would wash any garment periodically, it never fades.
No.
It never peels. It doesn't tarnish. It doesn't yellow. The metallic stays bound within the paint because it's all encapsulated with that rubberizing agent. And the colours are the most dreamy selection of shades we could bring you. They are beautiful.
So talk to us about our first one then. So in this one, this is your shop classic, and they're $17.99 for 3.
I know. Well,
£6 a bottle.
Fabric paint, out there in the industry, in the creative world, you can buy really teeny tiny tubes of fabric paint for a tenner individually. And Cadence, they never compromise quality for price, okay? We'll always bring you the best price with the best quality, okay? And there is some Cadence products out there where individual bottles are £40, £50 because of what's in them. But we were able to bring you, of course, the perfect craft size bottle, of course, of your 50ml, with the wonderful, superior fabric paint in them. Now, this is your classic set, which I instantly think maybe is great for Christmas, okay? So we've got your stylized colour tones and the perfect palettes in their own harmonies to give you projects in a bundle. Now, this one here is your classics range. You're going to get your wonderful rich gold inside here. You're also going to get that red, which is the hybrids. There isn't one of these existing. You can only get it in your Dora Textiles and your Dora Glass. I know. The Dora Red is quite a rarity. Okay, so you can get the red, and then we've also got your green. It's like a forest green colour. So those 3 tones on your Christmas stockings, on all of your festive fabrics, all of those different projects that you can be creating. Or it doesn't have to be Christmas. I've been working with all of these colours with my mandalas and blending, but you get the striking rich gold inside here. Now, the 3 of these, and all of them, are all water-based.
Okay.
All fully intermixable, so you can make your own tones. You could dip a little bit of the red into the gold and make your own wonderful antique red.
Yeah, yeah.
You can really go to town with your blending solutions with these ones. Now, of course, you're going to get all 3 of those inside that bundle.
Yeah, Shop Classic, $17.99. Amazing. I know, that is incredible, especially for Dora. Especially for Dora.
Dora
approaching 10% of that has already gone.
Okay, wow.
Right, Shop Subtle next.
Oh, look at these.
These are my favourite.
The platinum.
Well, I don't think I'd have to. I don't think I'd need to. I don't know. I can't choose.
Oh, I'm not choosing. I'm going for all 3.
Yeah.
There's no choosing here. But this, picking a favourite, is out of the question. This one is like your springtime collection, okay? But it's also, it's like your opulence, okay? They are reflections of colour tones through the Cadence catalogue in their most softest touch ever. You've got in here your like a menthol colour, okay? It's a really faint green, but again, on the surface of black or white, it's very strong, it's beautiful. And I'll show you what I mean by how a soft colour can appear so strong. You've got your antique pink and that platinum as well. Now, these 2 blend exquisitely, and also with the rest. All fully intermixable, of course, but at the same time, you can put these still with your spritzers and make fabric sprays out of them. There's nothing stopping you from doing that.
Oh, yes.
Because, of course, we did that with the diamond paints, but it wasn't washable. These are washable.
And they'll dry on heat transfer vinyl, won't they?
They will dry on heat transfer vinyl.
If you did your heat transfer vinyl, I wonder if you could spritz it first.
I don't see why not. I know. There's tons.
Oh no, you'd have to spritz it after because you've got to take the clear plastic off the top.
The beauty of this paint,
they'd be great.
I mean, it works in the same way as you would do any heat setting medium. So of course, once you've applied it onto the surface, you can dry it with a hairdryer, which takes a couple of minutes, and then you just flip it over and iron it from the back with no steam for about 2 to 3 minutes, as hot as the fabric will take, and then it's heat set for 30 degrees in the washing machine.
What really impressed me is it's flexible.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm going to grab something now, if that's okay.
Oh, to get
okay.
This?
Okay. So this here is one of Mel's dresses. And look at this. It stretches.
Don't let go now, because I won't go. No, don't do that.
I need you for the next 2 hours.
Oh, thanks. After that.
And also, look at this. So, as we just did there, this is the wonderful gold, and I've blended this on.
Look at that.
It's
Dance
stretching.
Costumes, gym wear. Imagine that.
It stretches.
I know, it's fabulous.
It's honestly amazing. I love it to bits. So garments, whether of course you're going to be working on something really floaty, you can see how a paint that's so durable, so versatile and so resilient, which you would naturally think would dry so rigid, it would put up a front and be really strong. It doesn't. It's so soft. Look how the fabric still moves as it does with or without paint on.
That's amazing.
It doesn't keep it holding rigid. This circular section isn't like a 2p coin and it's not staying solid. It's all still soft. I can scrunch it up, and it of course doesn't crease as well with the paint. And you can still iron it each time you've washed it.
That's amazing.
But again, the fact that you've got that stretchable element inside there, for me, that was my first thing I thought of. I was like, will this do what we all want it to? And when that box was ticked, I thought, Completed. That's
Absolutely.
it. I'm sorted.
Yep. Okay, so if you want the subtle ones, the middle row, that's shop subtle and it's $17.99. If you want the bottom row, shop lavish will get you antique gold, cyclamen and the petroleum. I love this set too.
Yes.
I'm going to buy some really inexpensive white blouses, white shirts.
Yeah.
And do this on those because I spent ages last night trying to find some really nice shirts for the summer and I couldn't find anything anywhere that I liked. I think this on the back of a white shirt or the back of a black jacket would look absolutely exquisite and nobody else will have the same.
No, it's unique to you.
Absolutely.
That's the beauty of this.
Love
now you can feel upon appearance, as I touch this, I can feel it has almost a vinyl texture to it.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so it's very different from any of your standard metallics or your Dora metallics.
Absolutely.
It's got no movement to it in the sense of removability. This is a permanent paint on the surface. Now, I know, of course, we're going to be asked lots of questions, of course. What's the difference between my Dora hybrids? What's the difference between my diamond metallics? What makes this paint different from, of course, any other within my stash? Why is it so important? Well, for you at home, if you've got any of your Dora metallics in your stash, this one has the rubberizing agent in them, which makes them fully flexible, heat resistant, versatile on all fabric weights, okay? This is what is going to give you that durability.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it does stand out from the rest. Also with your Doras, they are packed with metal flake, okay? Some of them paints from Cadence have mica in it.
Yep.
This has both, so that's what gives you that Dora flash.
I mean, that's just exceptional. A bag for life like that you can wash over and over and over again. I mean, these on top of your rice papers would be delicious as well, wouldn't they?
Well, this is it. If you're going onto your rice papers onto fabric, and then you're going to want the whole thing part and parcel together fully washable, you can then paint your Dora metallic fabric paints on top of all of those layers.
Wow.
And it all works together.
And then spritz that with diamond.
Yeah, if you want to dilute it down
done.
as well, what I would suggest doing is mixing this with your Cadence fabric decoupage glue. So you mix it in with the fabric glue so you can do a nice translucent but holographic paint.
Oh, it's magic, isn't it? Absolutely.
Amazing.
Magic. I love that.
But those bags...
And I love the fact that you find the texture too.
Well, the thing is, painting it onto a dark surface gives you the strongest result.
This is a really good quality bag, David.
Well, you can get them, okay?
Look at this. Look at that. They've taken the time to fold that over and double it.
Yeah.
And then properly stitch it into place. This is lovely. This is a really good quality, almost like a work belt.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? That kind of
So the bags,
canvas.
You can get the bags on the show.
Can you?
Yeah, we've got the bags for you.
Awesome.
I know, right? So if you want to get a set of 3 of the black shopper bags, you're going to get 3 of those inside there for you today. I mean, oh my goodness, the price.
Go on.
$14.99 for 3 of them.
Right, you need those.
Right, we bought those bags to you on the heat transfer show, and before I'd finished the sentence, they'd gone. So we've ordered more for you, so hopefully everyone can go for multiples, but get them now.
Okay, that's brilliant.
Yeah, and with the bags as well, there may just be a 1-day delay on that one.
Okay.
Just because of the quantity that we've got coming, okay? But they will, of course, be sent out to you with all of your bits and bobs.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fabulous. Right, what do you want to do next? Do you want to go and get ready for demo?
Is that okay?
Do this?
Yeah, brilliant.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you.
Right, I'm going to go through these big stencils with you first of all, because this is what David's going to be using. Now, these are stencils that can be used with all sorts of different mediums, pastes, paints, inks, all of those different mediums that we use as crafters. But how beautiful are these? I want to try and find some big round placemats. And I want to do these on placemats and then aquastone over the top, because I think they're so beautiful. They deserve a place in everybody's craft room because they are exceptional quality. So this one is Shop Medallion. They're $29.99 for 4. So you're paying £7.50 per 12 by 12 medallion stencil, which is extraordinary. And you could do it in layers of colour. So this one, for example, would be perfect because you could go all the way around the outside like that with one colour, then mask that off and do the outside edges here with another colour, mask that off and do this bit, and then mask this bit and this, and then build them up. They're absolutely fabulous. Foil pen, I mean, that on the front of a scrapbook page would be absolutely exquisite. It would be a labour of love, and it would take you a while to do it, but it would look absolutely stunning. I think that's my favourite. I think it's just gorgeous. And I love these medallions because they give you so much scope. The other thing that you can do is take a piece of paper, a thin piece of paper, the thinnest copy of paper you can possibly find, and you're going to cut a shape out of that. Spray that down, put a little bit of the stencil spray on the back, put that onto your card, place the medallion over the top, and then go through with your paints or your inks or whatever your medium is. And then say there was a heart behind there, because there's hearts all around here. If you had a big heart there, you will just get that pattern in that heart. For those of you sitting there going, oh, can we have them for scan and cut? These will never be SVG files. We might design some medallions for SVG files, but these are designed out, these are bought in from an external source. So they're not cut, they're not our designs. But Shop Mandala, $29.99, will get you all 4 of those. And you'll see how incredible, this is Shop Medallion. What is this one? Oh, Shop Medal, okay. Confuses even more. $29.99, £7.50 each. That's phenomenal. Right, the next set of 4 is these. This is Shop Magic. These are also $29.99. You're getting the same 4 of them, which is absolutely fantastic. And again, you can just use a small amount. That, as a snowflake for Christmas, would look extraordinary. That's just beautiful. But again, you know, draw through them. Get a black fine liner, draw through them, go in and do all your moodling and your tangling and all that kind of thing. They're exceptional quality. They're a great price at £7.50 each. They're 12 by 12, and you're going to see David using them a lot. So while we've got them, pop them in your baskets. Right, are you ready for demo?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's do a demo now, and then I'll come back and do the rest of the counter after that, shall we? Oh, guess the animal clue number 1. I don't know. Oh, thank you, David. Oh, grief. Right, we're doing Guess the Animal. This is a new thing that Andrew started, right? Andrew started this. So we're going to spin the wheel, but you have to guess what the animal is from the 5 clues that is written out here. Okay, so this is a new game for us all, which is quite fun. So number 1, they live underwater. Number 2, they eat fish.
Okay. So it's a fish eating fish?
I know what it is.
You know what it is?
I know what it is.
Is it big?
No. Well, yeah, kind of. Yeah, kind of.
Sorry, Andrew. Right. It's underwater and eats fish. That's Andrew swimming. Right, okay, so what we've got for you. I'm going to quickly share with you some projects and some samples, okay, because this paint is just glorious. Now, this here is one that I worked onto with one of our fabulous, those mandala stencils. You will thoroughly enjoy crafting with those. They are fabulous. They are a beautiful, come and join me.
So I haven't really seen these yet.
The stencil work is just exquisite. Now, what I did with this one is I went through with my stencil, and of course, when you finish working with your stencils, before 24 hours has passed, you can still soak them in water. After 24 hours, you're going to really struggle, okay?
Right,
So your stencil work, I've got all mine here, which I was working with last night. After 24 hours, you're going to need to really strongly scrub them, but just soak them in a bowl of hot soapy water or with a dishwasher tablet, and it will come off before it's cured. You can see here, I've actually added some of it to a spritz bottle, and I spritzed the actual fabric paint down, which still gives me a wonderful starry sky with a wonderful sparkle inside there. But look at this.
That's the tiniest amount.
Oh, I've cleaned that out now.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
I was going to say, that's good.
Yeah,
wow, that goes a long way.
Just got a bit of a tint to it, I guess, now.
Brilliant.
But also, I then sprinkled some of it on there, so I splattered with it. So I turned it into a mixed media spray, which was not only for all different surfaces, but washable on fabric. But then you've got that wonderful metallic. And again, colours are as striking on light as they are dark, but on dark, it is gorgeous. I mean, look at this. You can see here, and you can feel the texture, the consistency is so different to any other paint. Now, when we share with you our hybrid varieties, which are at the forefront of our Cadence range and always will be, the Cadence hybrids, of course, have a durability blender inside them. It's a compound that's built up to, of course, be resilient against many different things, but also grab onto all those surfaces, which makes it a harder paint, which is great, of course. It has many different perks, but having one that's designed specifically for fabric takes away that compound and introduces the rubberizer, because you wouldn't have a rubberizing paint on glass. It just wouldn't work. It's just a complete contrast of texture. Whereas when you've got your fabric, which is soft, flexible, and has give to it, and of course, individual porous threads there. So when Cadence thought about fabric, they had to think about, well, not just fabric as a whole. What does fabric do? What's the lifestyle of a piece of fabric? It gets dyed, it gets coloured, it has different mediums, it goes through high tense washes, it goes through fabric conditioners, it also has to be stretchable. Also, you want to stitch with it after you've painted it, embellish it. You're then going to want to add maybe a hot fix rhinestone to the top. They've thought about every single process of the stage of life for all different fabrics, and the paint has to adhere and, of course, be in accordance with all of that. So catering for all of those techniques, and they've done it so well. Absolutely. And it's still water-based, okay? So you've got that wonderful design there. Just to share with you a few more of our projects, mixing that antique gold with the petroleum. We've got a hybrid in between.
Oh, David,
Look
that's
at this.
lovely.
Isn't it beautiful?
So that's just the petroleum with a little bit of gold?
Absolutely. So I used here just these two colours. Okay, so my outer edge started with my antique and I worked inner here. And as I created that crossover with my brush, as I was blending between the two elements like this, I then created that tri-blend, which is that wonderful forgiving element. You can see here, look at these ones. Aren't they just exquisite?
And would you say these are just for fabric, or can you use them for anything else?
Absolutely, you can use these on other things. They are going to cover other surfaces, but the way I look at it and the way I value my paints and my mediums in my stash as a crafter is that if I've got a fabric paint, I'm most definitely not going to be using them for paper craft or wood because I don't want to waste them.
Absolutely.
They are pioneered and developed purposely for this surface, which again means that's going to where your best result's going to be. Also, they're designed to grab onto a very porous surface, so they're going to knit into it. So if you use it on glass, it'll peel off. Yeah. Okay, it's not got nothing to stick to. Glass has no open surface area. Absolutely, you could put some on a bit of couldn't-use sponge and blend it through a stencil onto your cardstock, and it would feel quite nice and look beautiful. But I would just use my standard metallics for that because I know that's where I'm going to get my best value for money. But rest assured, if this is something you're going to invest in today, but you're thinking, well, it's my start of my Cadence journey, don't worry, you can use it on other things as well, but it is designed purely for fabric.
Wow.
And again, even on a lighter surface, you can see I've done actually block coverage with the metallic there. Look at that. I know.
That's amazing.
It's incredible, right?
Absolutely.
It's gorgeous, but look at the sparkle. What I also love, and this is really interesting, I used this very brush here, which we do also have in a kit on the show for you. I don't have a single brush mark on there. No. No brush mark is being left behind.
30% of Shop Lavish, which gives you your antique gold, your cyclamen and your petroleum. 30% of that is now allocated and in people's baskets. This is just a wonderful, wonderful paint. And what I love about Cadence, and David is the font of all knowledge when it comes to Cadence, I dip in and out of it, but they never fail to impress. And the thing that impresses me the most is the quality of their paint for the price. Because they are absolute alchemists. What are you looking for, David?
I'm just going under my table.
Absolute alchemists. And they care so much about their brand that, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
They will go to the nth degree to make sure that it's the best that it can possibly be, because they're very proud of what they've achieved, and so they should be. And they will never, ever, ever, ever settle for something that isn't quite right. Never.
That's the beauty
Absolutely
of it.
not. And a lot of the team, like Vera, who does our training when we go over, she's a person that will test it to within an inch of its life.
Absolutely.
And she's not scared of going back to the boss and going, nope, it's not right. We need to do this. Nope, doesn't work with this.
Yeah.
So she'll test it and test it and test it, because once that product goes out to market, it has to be right.
Oh yeah, there's no going back.
Because one bad product and that brand is gone.
Absolutely.
So they are absolutely phenomenal at what they do.
That's why, and I love that you will, of course, have the same feeling at home, is that when we receive a product in, and the first thing I did was, let's see if it stretches, I knew that it would.
Yes.
Because I know that they've already thought of that, but I just wanted to see it for myself. And of course, we had the opportunity to work with this paint whilst we were in Cadence themselves for a very brief moment, may I add as well. It was very quick.
Very brief.
Almost feels like a dream.
That's it.
Yep, done. But at that very moment, we just knew we had to have it, because we've shared with you a fabric journey with, of course, our Lemon Lane designs. Yeah. You can add these as detailing into all those fabrics you've previously purchased from us. It makes it really exciting as well. Something I learned from yourself, Mel, when you're working on fabrics, wash them first, especially if it's black, because it has something called sizing, right?
Sizing, yeah. So what they do is, when you see black jeans and they're black, and then you wash them and they go a bit grey, it's a product that they put on top called sizing, and it can feel, when you get children's jeans and they're soft and they're almost fluffy, it feels like that. So if you wash them on just a regular wash but with no fabric conditioner, it gets rid of that size, because what the size does is prevent the bonding agent from bonding to the material. So yeah, definitely wash it first. Absolutely. I don't think it would matter too much on something like this.
No, this particular bag that I've got here with me today, the one that you will receive, I think they were just an inch bigger. Okay, they're slightly larger. Okay, mine was slightly smaller that came, because I managed to get this one in super fast, and they were able to send me a smaller one. But yours here, I think they're on the edge. It's just literally about 1/2 inch either side longer from either side. And I think your handles are a teeny tiny bit longer as well. But they're beautiful and they're so strong. But also, I've not just gone on to these, we've also got our apron as well.
We have,
and you can get these on the show. Look at this, it's gorgeous. And I've stenciled just in sections with the mandala there. Now you can get these home as well. I love them, they're incredible quality. They're super, super soft. Again, give them a wash.
They are fab.
But look at that texture on there.
That looks amazing, isn't it?
Just those two, and I thought I could do the whole thing.
Just
and I probably will take it off and do a bit more during the show. But just t-shirts, just a little bit. Doesn't have to be the whole design.
No, go and buy inexpensive t-shirts and just zhuzh them up with this. I mean, it's incredible. Can you tell me the code for the apron, Andrew, the black one, please?
I think it's Shop Pocket, that one.
Oh, Shop Pocket, yeah. $22.99 will get you that one.
Got your pocket dust in there.
I love that. I love a pocket and a penny.
Oh, me too.
I can't have
be
a penny without a pocket.
Absolutely.
Right, I'm just going to do one more thing, David, and then we're going to come back to you so you can show us the paint. Now, then we have for you. Now, yours won't come with all the stuff on it.
Oh, have you seen mine? Oh, my gosh.
Yours is worse than mine. Well, I'm not, because that's not surprised. If you want one of these aprons with the Highlight Crafts Academy on it, we have these for sale for you today. How exciting is that? It's a superb quality denim. I mean, these are premium pinnies. It's shop denim. And it is $36.99. This must have been washed at least 100 times. And you just keep washing it and washing it and washing it. It's a superb quality denim. It's really nice and easy to wear. It has the adjustable neck strap, nice long straps around the outside.
Yeah, I like that about it. Because I double them round as well. I can't even reach them.
So yes, they would double round me, I think. Yep, and you've still got lots of space.
Absolutely.
To come back round again. So sizing isn't really an issue at all. Just a fabulous apron. And you can be part of our Highlight family with your own little pinny like we have.
How cool is that?
How cool is that?
Yeah, I know, right?
I know, like that. Right, David, let's see these paints in action, shall we?
Oh, let's do it. Okay. So we have got our fabric. I'm going to put down here some of our stencil. I'm not going to do the whole design.
David, we have a question from Tracy.
Fabulous. Hi, Tracy.
Are these paints suitable for screen printing?
That is a brilliant question. Right, okay. Cadence you can use for screen printing. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that actually, because if you were going to go through a stencil, much wider open area, if you're going to go through a screen, the mesh on a screen sensation or any screen printing for that matter is ultra fine. It's like you could just about put a pin head through it, okay, a needle through it. If you're going to go through, yes, you can do screen printing with it. Going straight through with a squeegee, you have to wash it instantly though, so you can't do a secondary print. The reason for that is these have metal flake inside them and they dry very quickly. Now, when you drag that squeegee down a screen, you have hardly any paint left on that screen, okay, but it's inside the mesh. If you take that away and from going from that screen to the sink, it can dry in that time. So you have to have a pot of water next to you and it goes straight in there, instant immersion into that water to get it off. I would advise using, of course, a specialised screen printing ink, but you can do it. I have tried it, don't worry, and it worked perfectly fine. But I did learn the hard way that the screen had to be washed instantly.
Yeah, it makes sense because the mesh is so fine that the mica and the metal flake, you don't want that to block any of that mesh.
Yes.
So yeah, you're absolutely right. That's what I would have expected the answer to be.
Definitely. So don't worry, rest assured you can use it, but just make sure you've got it washed.
Yeah, we don't want to ruin your screens.
Absolutely. Now, stencil spray is going to be your best friend with your fabric paints. Yes. Okay, if you've not got it already, stock up on it because these are big stencils, so you want to have plenty to hand. Spread it evenly all over your stencil to get good contact there, okay? The beauty of these paints is when you dispense them onto the surface, I'm going to show you the consistency in a few moments' time. They don't have a high fluid, or should I say they don't travel fast, okay? They stay actually bound together, almost like a gel formula, which means you've got minimal seepage at all anyway. The fabric doesn't grab them and travel them down the fibres. It allows it to stay put, and that's the beauty of a fabric paint. That's the difference from using an all-surface paint to one designed for fabric, is that it meets the surface and recognises the surface, and it kind of prepares itself.
Yeah, so if you want the stencil spray, it's Shop Spray, and it's $9.99. Honestly, the amount of different things we use that stencil spray for is crazy, isn't it? It's one of the best products. It's in my top 3 from Cadence, along with the cut and use foam. It's brilliant. It's just fantastic product.
Right, so what I'm doing now is I'm just using some of my, so this is some of my Sticks 2 masking actually. We had this on our show the other day. I don't know if we've got any left, but it's
is it
brilliant.
arrived in the Sticks 2
Yeah,
order?
it's
Brilliant.
fabulous.
Oh, well, in that case, if you want to do, you know, when I was talking before about your cutting your shape out, and putting it behind before you stencil through, I think we've got the stencil sheets in from Sticks 2 too.
Yes, we do.
Which is super, super,
the masking
thin.
sheets, yeah, the stencil sheets, yeah, they're brilliant. But this stuff, you should be able to find it on the website, okay, for that one.
And that might be the thing that gets you over your £30 after your discounts.
Absolutely.
Because we've got a deal going on this weekend. Well, we've got this weekend till midnight on Sunday, or 11:59 on Sunday PM.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. That if you get your basket to £30 with physical product in it, you can have a download in, but there has to be at least one physical product in it. If you get it to £30 after your discounts, you get a free set of 20 watercolour pens with the watercolour brush, which are beautiful quality. They're a proper brush tip, and you get those free, worth $14.99. So get your basket to $35 after your discount, so you get your free postage and your free gift and your goodies.
Why wouldn't you?
Why would you not?
Exactly.
So check out the website, because it can be a mix from our live shows and our website.
Absolutely. Now, with all of your paints in your fabric ones, you'll get your card top and your foil lid, as you always do. Remove your foil lid, keep your card top. It grates that little airtight pressure seal on there, keeps them nice and all the moisture in there, okay?
Lovely.
So I'm going to take some of this out onto my mat. And when I mentioned about the consistency, this here is my antique
rose.
Oh, it's gorgeous, this one.
This is from your subtle range, isn't it?
Look at how that fine lapped up area of paint
it's
there.
Incredible.
It's like a wave.
It
and
is.
that there is that rubberizer in there.
It's amazing, isn't it?
So if I let this here dry like that, okay, and it would probably take a very long time, it would probably take a day to fully dry, that would feel like a piece of, it would feel like an eraser.
Wow.
Okay, because that there has that rubberizing compound. Now,
That's
with
amazing,
any other paint,
isn't it?
you see there, it's literally like a wave just breaking on the ocean.
Reminds me of
My hair.
Moana.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, not you. It does now you said it, I can't unsee it.
I just
but
find
Moana,
that fascinating. Can you see that there?
When the waves come in.
It does,
doesn't it?
Absolutely. And that is the beauty of a fabric paint with this medium built in. That's the difference. Try that with any of your others, it won't happen. Okay, so I'm going to pop that wonderful shade there out onto our mat, and then I'm also going to grab some of that menthol as well. Now these two colours are very complementary. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Funnily enough, when I first came back from America and painted the room that I worked in my dad's works, it was exactly those two colours.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was walked in this morning, it took me right back. I was like, oh yeah, there I am.
Absolutely. So what I'm going to do now is start to blend with these paints.
Okay,
They're exquisite, and you know what? The joy of blending with these, you will find the same experience. We could start with either colour. I'm going to work on my outer edge with my green, and we're going to go inwards with our pink. Also, on these stencils, these 12 by 12s, each one has a little notch there for you to pop them on a peg on the wall, or of course a jump ring to keep them nice and tidy. Let's go in with a stencil brush. I'm also going to show you with some cut and use foam as well, so you can see the application with different tools. So let's go in here.
Quick question.
No, of course.
Karen says, question.
Hi, Karen.
Can you rice paper on top of the paint? She's thinking about a paint panel on a denim jacket and use one of the animal faces from a month ago on top of it.
So you can paint on top of rice paper. Sorry, was that the question?
Can you rice paper on top of the paint?
Yeah, absolutely you can do.
There you go.
That's a great question. The paint itself, of course, will still form a surface layer that's adaptable with other fabric mediums. So if you're going to go over the top of this with one of your tulip paints, okay, that are in your dimensional squeezy bottles, they will still grab to the surface because you've got the contact there on a fabric basis, okay? So if you're going to go with rice paper over the top, absolutely, not an issue. Just make sure, again, to heat set that process. If you've got paint and then you're rice papering on top, when you flip it over and heat set it, those two compounds are going to fuse together. So it will give you a really strong bond. Just make sure you've got adequate glue and have got a nice surface coverage of your paint. Okay, that's going to give you the strong bond.
Perfect.
But absolutely, and that would look wonderful as well.
Yeah,
so
send us a picture as well when you've done that, please, because that sounds amazing.
So what I'm doing with a stencil brush is I'm using a very fine amount, okay, not much at all. And watch how as I blend and fade out. It's a sparkle, isn't it? It's like a Cinderella sparkle. It's glorious.
I love that.
Me too.
I'm going to see if I can find a jacket.
Oh, you've got to. Well, as well, think about all your charity shops.
Or even just a slip dress.
Yeah.
You know, just a simple dress, a t-shirts. In fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy myself some really good quality, but just plain t-shirts. and design my own. White shirts with this on, black shirts with it on. Even your denim apron, if you're treating yourself to that, your black apron, your bags, all these different mediums. If you've got children that go to dance classes or grandchildren that go to dance classes, this is going to be amazing because it's flexible.
It is. That's the difference.
That's the incredible thing. Go out and buy inexpensive gym wear. Wow everybody in the gym with your snazzy gear.
I know, there's
nobody will have it the same as you, will they?
Absolutely, everyone will be
Imagine
jealous.
that. Imagine, because it would be like a tattoo
Imagine
all
me
the
in
way
the
up your
gym.
leg.
That's already a dream or a nightmare. What I've done is I've blended through first with my stencil. Now, if you go in with some sponge afterwards and you stipple, that's where you then get the signature texture that Dora is so well known for. Now, this is the option, and of course, the two-tone difference. With every Dora paint you have, you'll see a two-tone mixture running through. With this in the menthol, it's silver and green. Okay, so you see silver and you see green. With some of the tones, of course, like your red, you see silver and red. With your golds, you're going to see gold, and then you've got a hint, of course, of the silver running through. But different tones have different colours. I see purples inside the petroleums. It's like an oil slick on the surface. You'll find that whatever light you're under, whether it's natural daylight, whether it's a halogen, an LED, or a filament light you're underneath, you will see a different colour, which is really nice. Wow. I'm
just going, you see his clouds of green. Red roses too. There's a song there somewhere, Andrew, I'm sure.
I think there is, absolutely.
Is that the best you've got?
I would as well if I was sat in my garden.
So this mandala that David is using now is from...
This is from
set
our
two,
mandalas.
so it's Shop Magic.
Wonderful. And these stencils, these are the biggest and of course our boldest stencils I have ever shared with you, definitely. I mean, I've always wanted to do 12 by 12 stencils with you. We've done them in different sizes because of course initially it was the cost. We were trying to get you the best price, and I'm so glad we were able to do it. I was in a DIY shop last night. I'm not going to say the one because I was looking for some floorboards. They had stencils in there at $14.99 each for one of them. They were A4. And I was thinking, oh my goodness, we've got like 4 12 by 12s on tomorrow. It's amazing.
Becky's asking, does the brush set have a stencil brush in it, or are there any on the show? I've lost mine overnight in the chaos of my craft room. Becky, I feel your pain. I can't find anything on my craft desk at the moment. Do we have stencil brushes on?
The stencil brushes sold out yesterday.
Oh, did they? Oh, okay.
No, right.
Okay.
But we have a pack of brushes on the show, which I'm going to be using as well throughout the hour, and which has this one, which is your lifesaver brush.
So we don't have any of the...
No, they've gone.
Oh. I haven't got any words because I can't remember when it's gone.
They've gone. They sold out, literally.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Right. Oh, Carol Lewis.
Hi, Carol.
Carol Lewis and the Docs.
Oh.
Right. I have rice paper Doc Martens. Can I now highlight areas with this paint? I'm thinking it will move better with the leather due to rubberizing agent. Absolutely.
Yes.
And please send me a picture.
Absolutely, definitely. You will get a far better result with this. What I will suggest and what I would advise as well, once you've gone on with something like a Doc Marten, so it's a leather, this is designed for fabric, but it will work on leather, is I would go over with a spritz of something like an Aqua Shield or like a water off a duck's back medium, where of course it's going to repel moisture instantly because of course leather itself, when it's wet, it takes a long time to dry out.
She's rice papered it first.
Andrew, that exists.
Is it? Is that a thing called water off a duck's back?
You can get it in paint, you can get it in all sorts. Yeah, it's trademarked. But yeah, absolutely you can.
Oh, fabulous. So even over rice paper, you would then...
Yeah, of course, you can do accents with it, definitely. I would still spray it, and it's not going to affect your rice paper, but definitely give it a go. I mean, if you're doing like a hike in it, do expect, of course, if you're going through muddy puddles and everything, it might be a little bit harder to clean, but definitely for general day wear, why not? It'd be brilliant.
Oh, they're all saying they need them now. Right, Anila, sorry, I might have missed, but do I need to apply anything else on top of this Dora, or wait 21 days before washing fabric?
You don't need to do anything else other than heat set it, okay? Now with this medium, it's heat set, okay? So once I've finished this project, I would then let it dry or speed it with a hairdryer, which I can do here, flip it over and iron it to as hot as the fabric will take. If you're working onto a fabric that's non-ironable, okay, something incredibly synthetic or something incredibly low heat, you can let it cure for 21 days. But if you're going to go on with just a nice heat evenly for 1 to 2 minutes over the back, you're good to go.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
Fine. Yeah.
And Lynn Bryant asked, David, could you paint like Stephanie's painting perfection, as in double loading a brush?
You can. You absolutely can do. Stephanie has done details with metallics before with that, so...
On fabric?
We need. Oh my goodness! Imagine on these black bags.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm thinking. If you're part of Stephanie, right? So we have clubs now. If you're part of Stephanie's club, which is Shop Paint, I believe.
Yes.
You could then, one of the classes could be painting with the fabric paints. We'll go out and we'll recommend that to Stephanie.
The only thing is, of course, with this one, you don't get a pearl, you get a platinum. So you could use that as your highlight, but what I would do
absolutely.
is I would use my white hybrid acrylic with a metallic tone.
Well,
so all my colour is metallic and my base is white.
Or you could add a little bit of gold to your green that you've got now, or a little bit of the gold in there, and then you could create your own two-tone, couldn't you?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I think that would be a great
creative,
shout.
yeah.
So yeah, that would be a really good class for the club, wouldn't it? Painting on the fabric.
Amazing. And as well, if you are part of the Cadence Club, which is fabulous, I was in there last night. Lots of you are posting. I was getting back to loads of you. It's been really busy.
It's been really busy.
So please, I do definitely look at it every day. I just want to let you all know I am in there.
We are all there. We are just literally 12-hour days at the moment, aren't we? And we're trying our best to keep up with everything.
But it's
so
fabulous.
If we don't answer you immediately, please forgive us, but we are on it.
Absolutely. It is at the forefront of everything.
Yes, it is.
But having said that, the third class is about fabrics, and these are going to be featured in the class as well.
So
don't worry, education will be supported with these paints.
Perfect. There you go. Okay. How fantastic is that? So there you go.
I'm just going to work into the centre of this, then peel it away. Look at this, it's so beautiful. It's blending so exquisitely as well. Now, I wasn't actually going to do the whole design, but I've got carried away because I wanted you to see the full finish and the full effect. Now, I've gone on with one layer of this. You could then build this up with a second layer of a chosen colour, or of course, intensify it with the paint I've used. So, what I mean by that is, as we've got this here, we could then grab our sponge with our green on, just layer that up a little bit, and then we could go in and blend around like this. Do a bit of stippling.
We'll give you the foam. No, it's shop foam on my list, Andrew. Is it shop? No. What is it with the cut and use? The code? Shop Sponge will get you an A4 sheet of this cut and use foam. Best, honestly, top 3 again. One of the most boring products that come out of Cadence, or 2 of them, Stencil, Spray and Foam, 2 of my favourite products, because it enables you to do a job brilliantly.
Oh, it does.
Right, we're ready. Hang on, slowly. Oh, look at this. Oh my word, look at that.
Now
that's incredible.
Is the most sparkly finish. I hope you can all see this. And of course on our camera it doesn't always pick up the sparkles, but this.
Good grief. It's like a million stars.
It looks like I've sprinkled it with glitter. It looks like I've gone over the top of this with a pour of glitter afterwards. And do you know what? Yesterday, it was so sunny. It was a beautiful day yesterday. When I was doing these projects, I let them all dry out in the sun outside. And when I went out, it was just the most magical thing to see. They were all shining at me.
It's like when you've got freshly laid snow and then it freezes overnight and you go out and it's just, it literally looks like the whole garden's been covered in glitter. That's beautiful,
So what I would do, the next step is I would literally get my hairdryer and I would go in here for about 3 to 5 minutes, okay, with my hairdryer. You could let it dry for half an hour at room temperature or just put it on a windowsill. And then once that is then nice and dry, notice how I peeled the tape off first, because if any area of this paint then touched here, you're going to struggle to remove it, okay? It's designed to grab. Then what you want to do is flip it over and then use an iron, okay? I've not plugged mine in, but you would go over the back of this. You don't ever want to iron the direct contact surface, okay? If you're ever ironing the top, put over a tea towel or a kitchen towel, just so your metal isn't in contact with your paint, because you don't want to scorch your paint. Just quickly go onto the back and iron it on an ironing board, okay? No steam, good to go. This iron's great, it doesn't have water capacity.
Okay, so Karen Henley Miller is asking, my friend has asked me to dummy up a shirt for her logo retreat. Can you heat transfer vinyl over the paint?
Over the top of the paint. So if you've got a painted surface, like I've done this block here, let's have a look. Oh, it will be at the bottom, there we go. So say for example, if you've done a block section of painting, and then you're going to go over the top of this with heat transfer vinyl, it will still work. You just want to make sure, of course, that you've cured your paint first.
Yes,
because the thing is, you don't want to have direct contact of a hot iron with the surface of the paint.
Yeah, absolutely.
So whatever process it is, for your heat transfer vinyl, would you put like a greaseproof paper over the top to iron it?
Yeah, you could. Well, I would use like a Teflon sheet.
Oh, in that case, then yes. Yeah, but you just wouldn't want to make sure, because I didn't know if, like, say for example, this here is my piece of vinyl. I wouldn't want to then go on with the iron, because all of that outer area is going to then stick to your iron.
No, you have to cover it over. So therefore, a Teflon sheet, definitely. Don't just use copy paper. Use a proper pressing sheet for your heat transfer vinyl.
I would test it on a little swatch first, just so you're happy with the result.
Absolutely. And then Julie says, I've got a question. Mel, did you do aerobics in the 80s? I did. Can't look at Jane Fonda now without wincing. Yes. The Green Goddess as well, wasn't it? Brilliant.
Wow.
Right, so Elspeth says, question, remember the peony layered stencil David used with the Capella paste? Is it still available? Elspeth, check it out on our website. If the stencil's available, it'll be on the Craftmaster brand.
Yes, some of the stencils as well you may find as you go to purchase any of our stencils on the website, if it indicates at the bottom saying production to order, so of course when you place your order it goes into production, it can just take about 2 or 3 days for it to come.
Absolutely.
It's because we've got thousands of stencils. We of course some of them cut them when you order them.
Lovely. Right, I'll give you time to clean up.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to go
I'll
and
come and
do
join you
another
as well in a
clue
minute.
for you, and then we'll go down the counter with the other products that we've got for you today. So. Number one was, so the idea of this, if you just joined us, is you've got to guess what the animal is with the 5 clues that we're going to give you throughout the 2-hour show. So first of all, and then we spin the wheel and you win the prize. So first of all, they live underwater, they eat fish. Although they live underwater, they need to come to the surface to breathe. There you go. Becky, if you're cold, turn the aircon down. David, don't go. No, honestly, and turn it down. Stood there in a body warmer. We're waiting for you to put your hood up again. Let's turn it off for a little while. We can always put it back on after. Don't want you cold. Right, so that's that. Right, now then, let's have a look at these paints, shall we? Because these are incredible. I mean, I've worked with fabric paint for a long, long time, but I've never seen anything like this. This is just incredible. Comes from that Turkish brand, Cadence, who are just alchemists. They have this huge factory where they develop all these different products for you. They even print their own labels. They make their own bottles. All of it is done in-house. And it's done like that because they want to control their own quality. They don't ship it off to a different country to have it manufactured. They make it themselves, and that's the difference. But that does not reflect in the price at all. I mean, it's just amazing. So if you want your first 3, classic, shop classic, gets you your gold, your red and your green. 30% of this is allocated and in people's baskets. Shop subtle next gets you the menthol, which is a beautiful, very soft spring green, your vintage pink and your platinum, which is my all-time favourite colour. I love that, along with the dark orchid. That Shop Subtle, 30% of that is also gone. Shop Lavish will get you your antique gold, your cyclamen and your petroleum. 40% of that is allocated and in people's baskets. This is Dora, so it has that mica and that metal flake inside there. The reflection that you get on this paint is absolutely extraordinary. So, Shop Classic, Shop Subtle, and Shop Lavish. Are you right? Do you want to come and join me?
Yeah, I can do.
Come on then. You stood there like you're lost.
I don't mind. I just thought, I'll join you.
You're ready,
I
fine.
think I'm ready.
Right, if you want the stencil spray, Shop Spray will get you a can for $9.99. The amount of reasons why you need this is just crazy, isn't it?
It never ends.
So back of your stencils, number 1. Secondly, if you're using your rhinestone starter kit from Brother, spray the back of the black sheet after you've cut all the holes out, holds it in place while you brush your rhinestones over it. If you're printing your rice papers, a little bit on a piece of copier paper, attach your rice paper to it, supports it as it goes through the printer. If you're using stencils with your hot foil pen, put your spray glue on the back of your stencil, create a hinge with a piece of tape at the top, lift your stencil back, put your foil down on your card, put it over, and that spray will pick up that foil with the stencil. So if you miss a bit, you're going back in exactly the same place. So many different reasons why you need that spray. Honestly, top 3 for me. from Cadence.
Yeah.
It's super fine. The only time you will find it goes really thick and gloopy and stringy is A, if you put it far too close to the stencil, and B, if it's at the bottom of the can.
Definitely.
That's how you know your can's empty, isn't it?
That is how you know. You'll hear it too.
Fabulous. Right, shall we have a look at some of these other stencils that we've got, Debbie? Because these look amazing.
Absolutely.
Shall we start with these?
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Lovely.
I'll grab these ones because we've got them laid out for you.
We have, yeah.
This is a beautiful set.
Look at that.
They're huge. So these are like a 6x12 size, okay? Now, this is going to give you, you're going to get 4 of your half mandalas, which means you can build them up for 12x12. But I love, of course, them just creeping into the edge. Oh. And then you've got your borders.
These are limited stock.
Oh, right, wow, okay.
So this is what code, Andrew? Shop crossover, $24.99 will get you all 6. Now, I can't tell you any more, and it's not going to be immediately, but we've got a new brand coming to Highlight Crafts under our umbrella.
Oh.
And I've been promised I can do scrapbooking. So
these
on this, I didn't till last night. I'll tell you after. These on the side of a page. I can't tell you if I could, I would. You know what I'm like, and I have to keep the secret. I've been told I have to keep the secret. You watch next week. Stephanie will be like, guess what?
Launching Tuesday.
Launching Tuesday. Yeah, literally. But
sorry, Monday.
It's very, very exciting. As soon as I saw these, I was like, right, that's going to be brilliant for the scrapbooking. So we are going to be doing some, which is very exciting.
Yeah.
So shop crossover will get you those. They are limited stock. So we literally not going to last very long.
No.
Your next set is shop borders. $24.99 is going to get you all 6 of these. There isn't a bad one among them, is there?
No, there isn't.
They're all lovely. And card makers, just that little bit.
Oh, well, I like just to mask those bits off, and you've got a wonderful heart in the centre.
Absolutely.
So again, if you're going to be doing it onto ribbons to go around a cake, if you're going to go around a candle, if you're going to go around your hat boxes we shared with you the other day, these are repetitive borders which you can flip to make full surface pattern with. I also love the unique design of the rose, along with all of the leaves trailing behind. These are incredible, even for your home decor, like interiors, wall covering.
Yeah.
This is the way to go. Around a terracotta pot, around a glass vase, mirror spray.
On the top of a bedding box, down the side of a wardrobe, you know, wherever you want to
Bottom of a cushion cover.
Yes, all of that.
Bottom of a tote bag.
Love that. Yes, bottom of a tote bag.
Yeah.
That's a great shout. Right the way up the side of your gym.
Oh, a gym. Mel, this gym thing is not happening. I don't have gym wear.
No, I don't either, but that's us. Other people might.
Well, exactly.
Right, so those are your sets of stencils.
Can wear it without going to the gym.
Yes, well that's what made me think.
Right, so next week after when I'm back in, I'm going to come in my gym wear.
I wear it all the time.
In your lycra?
Oh dear. No, I don't think so. Oof,
Andrew says he'll come in his if you come in yours.
Threaten me with a good
time. That would be a bit
of
social, wouldn't it? Walk through the door, Hannah would be like, content! Can you imagine
I'm still not over what
Do you know
Andrew
what?
said.
That's what. Right, so I'm putting it out there now. If we get to 1,000 signatures for Andrew to do the late night show, I think he needs to do it in lycra. Yeah. With leg warmers and a headband like in 1980s gear.
I'm allowing him on a treadmill.
Pedalo. I don't think it would work in here, really.
We're going to some length to do this.
He did say he'd dress up.
He did say he would dress up. It was going to be as Aquaman at one point.
Yes,
and then it was going to be as one of those mermaids
Andrew,
from that download.
You did. Yes, but you agreed. Well, no, you agreed the other day when you were doing a show with me. You did. Yes, you joked you do it in a merman outfit, and then you went, well, do you know what? Maybe.
It's happening. Costume's going to be ordered.
We're
going to take the signatures down to 500.
No, he has said 600.
Right.
He says he's not really there. Right, so those are your borders.
Absolutely.
Next. Oh, we got finger daubers.
I know,
I
right?
love finger daubers.
Okay, so this bundle,
These
of course,
are great.
This includes 4 new stencils for you. These launched for the first time, only I think about 2 days ago, and they came with your daubers. These were incredibly busy. Managed to get them back on this particular show, but you're going to get 4 beautiful, dainty floral
these
designs.
Are lovely.
Aren't they stunning?
Yeah.
But then you're also going to get these.
Yeah.
Finger daubers.
They're great, aren't they?
Now, what I love about these is they're sponge.
Yes.
They're not bristle.
No.
So it means they work with your fabric paints. And they're going to work,
Perfect.
of course, because you can stipple and create the mica finish. They also work with all your blending inks. They're fully washable. They also have a plastic base towards the bottom, so don't worry, that's not going to travel through any of here. These are brilliant. I love them to bits, and you're going to get 8 of those and 4 of your stencils.
It's going to be nice on little purses, on your little makeup bags, things like that, aren't they? Really, really sweet. I like that. That's a really pretty set. And again, with your foiling pen, they'd look lovely too.
They would, because again, areas like this, it's the right channel for it.
Could I use my Mixie-On with that?
Yes.
So you could use your Mixie-On with your dauber, go through very lightly, you don't need a lot of Mixie-On at all, go through, let it go off, and then put your gold flake over the top.
With something as fine as this, you could get your rubber stamp and dauber on your Mixie-On onto your rubber stamp, then stamp it and it'll give you the finest hairline because you've got full control.
You like that, don't you?
I do actually like that. Well, you could use
like,
one
what does it remind
hands.
me of that? Oh, how do you start that nursery rhyme?
Oh, Peter, Paul and stuff.
Yeah, 2 little dicky bears sitting on the wall, one called Peter, one called Paul. Fly away, Peter, fly away, Paul. Come back, Peter, come back, Paul. Wow, it's a long time since I've done that. What are we doing?
I'm sat here with all these tools around and you're singing Peter and Paul. But how cool would it be to do like a full blend with all of them?
That's a standard. That's a standard Saturday afternoon, isn't it? Oh, dear me. I tell you, you don't have to be mad to work here, but it really helps. It really helps. Right, so all 4 of them. Oh, David.
Oh,
right, so all 4 of those is shop stencil,
yes.
$12.99 with your 8 daubers. So 4 stencils, 8 daubers, just over £1 a piece, which is great.
Absolutely,
right?
Brilliant for that.
Right, next set.
Okay.
Now these are cool, aren't they?
Your alphabet.
Alphabets,
So
but individual letters.
So this has your alphabets and your numbers, and you've got elements in here as well. So, right, so in here, you've got your alphabet.
Oh, these are great.
They link together. Clever. So you can then, of course, have them all levels. You don't have to measure.
Oh, I love that.
And they all link like this.
I love that.
How brilliant is that?
That's fabulous.
So you can make bunting out of
these. And then
these.
once you use your stencil spray on the back, they ain't going anywhere, are they?
I know, exactly.
Oh, fabric bunting.
Yeah, you make fabric bunting
with your
out of them.
paint.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then fabric through onto your t-shirts for names, for numbers, for ages. You're going to get a letter, every letter in the alphabet, of course.
You could do bag for life.
Bag for life. Then you've got all of these as well inside here too.
Oh, no. Oh, hashtags.
I know, got everything.
We need to start a trend, bags for life with hashtag.
Oh, yeah. Look at all this. And you've got your numbers.
Wow.
And then, of course, you've got all of your letters.
Full alphabet.
Full alphabet.
Numbers.
Yep.
And punctuation.
1 to 9, all your numbers inside there.
Oh, I love that.
And all your letters.
That's super cool.
Oh,
isn't
maybe
it?
brilliant.
It's this bit I like.
The linking system.
I love that.
It makes it so easy
That's
just to
so clever.
And it's the same on every single one, so you can always link any stencil together.
Wow. Right, shop alphabet, $19.99. You kept those quiet, didn't you?
I know, right?
Yeah, I know.
But if you're going to do a little door sign, though, for your house, then you just stencil it through on a plaque and it's there, it's done.
Yeah, love it. Absolutely fab. Right, so that one is shop alphabet, $19.99. That side, love, because otherwise they're going to end up everywhere. Right, next we have this one, set 1. Floral stencils, set 1.
These are gorgeous. These are going to look great with your fabrics, okay?
Right, shop 1, we've got 11.
Okay.
So you need to be quick if you want this one. $14.99, shop 1, as in the word 1, not the number. I'm just going to get that bit out of there. This is lovely. I love this.
These are stunning. Now, again, all floral, timeless designs for you inside there. Exquisite design work.
That is.
That's my favourite one.
This is my favourite.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I love it.
But then I also love the daisies.
Oh, yeah, I can't choose.
And that.
Yeah.
And then I like the silhouette.
I like that too.
Yeah. Oh, and that would look really nice with your foil pen.
Yeah, it would.
So all of these stencil designs. So you're getting them all. Don't worry. You don't have to choose.
Yeah, you do. You get 10.
It's a glorious set. And again, going through here with your fabric paints, they can look stunning.
£1.49 a stencil.
Wow.
I mean, that's just crazy. How on earth did they make that? Because you've got to get the mylar with time to cut it. Yeah, no, I love those. I think they're really special. So shop 1 will get you that set.
When you're trying to just be slick for like a second, do you like?
Don't try and be slick, David. It's never going to happen, kid. Never going to happen. Less than 10 of these.
Oh.
Shop 2.
Okay, got to be quick for those.
Right, let's go. So, this is
lovely.
Lovely.
Oh, look at that one.
You've got a new favourite now, haven't you?
Yeah, I do.
I know, I knew that was going to happen.
I love the foliage stencils. There's something about, that is detailed.
Mm-hmm.
Now, all of these, again, you're going to get 10 designs inside here. Great, of course, for your Craftmaster foil pen. You can use these with your heat transfer medium from Cadence and your brand new fabric paints, which have launched today. But look at those.
Favourite.
Now, these aren't going to be SVG files either. These are, of course, as we mentioned earlier, when we work with external manufacturers to get you stencil designs at incredible prices.
Favourite.
With the bow.
Yeah, love that, and I love that. 1, 2, 3, 4, they're my favourites.
I like all 10.
Well, I like all 10, but you can't have a favourite, and a favourite.
Well,
right.
That there is a fabulous selection. You could be getting 20 brand new stencils today, including, of course, your fabulous mandalas as well. Because what I would do is you can mask off areas of those, create apertures and put your flowers inside the mandalas, build them together. Your mandala could be the centerpiece of your fabric design. So that's going to be on your cushion cover, or it's going to be on your tote bag or your apron. Then all the flowers come in as accents around the edge.
Fantastic. Absolutely. A great opportunity to get a lot for a little. £1.49 a stencil.
Definitely.
That's crazy value for money. And don't forget today, if you get your basket, so here at Live Shopping we have a club, okay? If you're a club member and you get your basket to over £35, you get free shipping. Today, or over until Sunday night, just 1 minute before midnight, we're going to do a deal for you. So if you build a basket and you get your basket to £30 after your discounts, you're going to get a free set of watercolour brushes, and these are exceptional quality. They're worth $14.99. You've got a water brush in there that's valved, which shows you the quality of the rest of the kit, because not all water brushes come with a valve that controls that flow of water. Look how super fine the tip of that brush is. I mean, that's extraordinary quality. They're lovely to work with. You can put your water down first and then brush into them. You can put colour on colour, which is great. And you're going to get those for free. They're worth $14.99. So basically, if you get your basket to over £30, we're giving you something for £15 for free.
Yes, you don't have to go.
That's crazy.
Literally for 2 bundles of paint.
And it's not one per customer either.
Yes.
So if you do that 10 times, you'll end up with 10 sets of this. This is what people were doing yesterday when we launched it. And they were like, right, well, that one's for such and such a body for Christmas. If you've got children in the house and you know how many birthday parties they go to, what a great opportunity
you could
to
literally,
stock up on gifts.
If you're going for any of those stencil bundles, they're $29.99, you could then go to our website and put a £1 download in there into your basket, and then you're going to get those pens. You could do that as one of your order. You could do it with both sets of stencils, and then you could do it with the order of your paints.
Absolutely.
I mean, why not? If you're going to spend over 35 as well, you'll still get free postage, so win-win.
And it's while stocks last. And we've got a lot, but we haven't got a warehouse full of them.
No.
Right, talk to me about fabric. So can this fabric paint go on the faux leather?
Yes, it can do.
Perfect.
It will go onto faux leather. It still moves with its same characters. You can still paint it onto your faux leathers. You can still work with it onto real leathers. Of course, with something like leather anyway, you don't put it through the washing machine.
No.
It's not designed for that. But of course, it's splash proof. It's going to be wipeable. It's going to be cleanable, and it will still move with all of the angles and pleats that you would expect leather to move it to.
Perfect. So this is Cafe au lait and your beige faux. So we've got them in those two different colours. Is it a metre of each? Half a metre each?
So you get a metre of each of these,
Perfect.
and of course it's a width of 1.4, I believe. Look
wow, that's a big flipping heck, David. You could,
see ya.
See, put it to the top of your head. No, to the top of your head. The top of that to there. All I can see is about 12 inches from your ankle upwards. That's how big a piece that is. How tall are you, David?
I think I'm about 6'2".
Yeah. That's a big piece of faux leather. That's cracking, isn't it?
I know, it's amazing.
I can see your nose popping through.
I just run into a wall. Boom.
So you're getting that colour and this, both of them for $14.99.
Whoa.
Is that right, Andrew?
That's amazing.
$14.99.
And again, great for garment making, as well as seat pads, cushion covers.
And it cuts on your scanner cut.
Oh yeah, well, and your dyes as well. So you could be, of course, die cutting it, making your garments, making your tote bags, whatever you want to use. Do a plique onto your fabrics, I don't know where I've put them. But again, you could then make a leather pocket on your apron if you want.
Absolutely. It's fabulous.
I love that colour as well. It reminds
like
me
it.
of the butterscotch Angel Delight.
Oh yes, I love butterscotch.
Oh, me too.
I might have to get some of that on the way home.
Yeah,
right,
same.
both of those, shop leather, $14.99. If you want the dark chocolate, I love this colour.
Oh, me too.
It's so rich. Look how gorgeous that is. It's like the espresso.
It is.
Wax, isn't it? It's just literally one shade lighter than black. It's lovely. It's a beautiful, rich, the darkest chocolate you can possibly imagine. It's
dreamy.
Gorgeous. Absolutely fabulous.
I love the noise of this.
I
Do you know when you work with it? It's that noise.
It is that noise,
It's that
isn't
quality, that's satisfying.
It's like when you sit down on a leather sofa,
Yeah.
isn't it? So that one is Shop Chocolate, $10.99 for that one.
Wow.
We do have some unprinted cotton twill here as well. So it's Lemon Lane Neutral unprinted fabric, $12.99 will get you a metre of that.
Great.
So if you want to paint that first and then make cushions out of
Yes.
it, or would you make the cushion first and then paint it?
It really doesn't matter. You can stitch perfectly fine with it. Once you've painted onto the fabric, it cuts the same way fabric always does. Just make sure you've heat set it before that process. But you may find it easier to paint it first because then you're not painting over ridges or folds or pleats or different seams. So I would probably paint it, then do your project.
I would too. And if you want a metre of poplin, we've got the Lemon Lane poplin here. Again, this cuts on your scan and cut. Imagine, would it work? If you did lots of them on one big piece, so if you took the same mandorla and did lots of one, and then you scanned a piece in, you could do a quilt block out of it.
Oh, you could?
Yeah. That'd be really cool.
That would be very nice.
Yeah, it would be lovely. We've got the white creative apron here.
Yes, let's open
Shop apron, $12.99 for this one. This is nice. I'd like to see it on a lighter colour.
Yeah, we'll do absolutely. We'll do some of that. We'll do it on this apron. So as well,
great.
You've got here your creative apron as well. It does have a pocket in the front of it, but again, it's like it's a beautiful, almost off-white, I would say.
Wash it.
Yes. Oh, you definitely
wash it.
Can you feel the
sizing? Can you feel it? So when you get this home, you'll feel it's slightly fluffy. So wash it first without a fabric conditioner, and you can feel it's very, very slightly fluffy. It's a size. It's just a manufacturing process that it goes through, but yeah, that's lovely.
It is, and do you know what? It's
nice
so
size
soft.
too. It is really soft.
Really soft.
Yeah, it is. It's gorgeous.
So you've got that in there as well.
Love
so
that.
Decorate your aprons when you're painting. Get the kit.
Yeah.
Get everything.
Absolutely. Maybe you're going out and you need like a new vanity bag and a new makeup bag and a new one for your accessories. Just paint them. I am definitely going to buy some really good quality t-shirts and then do this, because I'm really impressed with that fabric paint.
Me too.
And like I say, I've been painting with I've used fabric paint for years and years, and this is never seen anything like this. Right, Shop Tote is going to get you 5 of the tote bags that David's about to do next, with the double handles on them. Nice size as well for these. These Medallion stencils will do it perfectly on this.
They would.
I would say get a piece of board and wrap it in cling film, and then put it inside the bag with the cling film facing up, and that will stop the paint going through the front and to the back. Especially if you're going to stipple it on, definitely do that. Don't just put a piece of board in, because it can dry and stick to the board, then the board will stick to the bag. So wrap it just in a single layer of cling film, and that will stop it sticking. We used to use proper art boards we used to buy in, that had like a proper handle at the top and went like that, and you put the garment over the top.
Oh, yeah.
And then they had to stop them using them for environmental issues, because they weren't biodegradable. But yeah, absolutely, that's what you can do. Now then, foam brush set. You get 20 in here for £8.49.
I know. This is an unbelievable. Oh, wow. Okay. This has been so busy. We did some wonderful watercolour painting and blending backgrounds with this, but it also will work really well for your fabric paints.
Yep.
If, of course, you want to blend or you want to do larger surface coverage. It's a 20-piece kit as well. They're all the same size in there. They've all got their wooden handles as well. Now, again, what you can do is, again, you could remove the sponge off of here and then hot glue a piece of your larger cut and use foam onto the dowel if you wanted to make an even bigger application. So you've got loads to work with in there.
Yeah, that's fabulous. Shop foam, £8.49. Shop brush next. Now, this is a cracking set, isn't it? I'm going to give you that. There's one left. Fastest fingers first.
Yes, one of these. It's got your all-time favourite flat brush, which I love to use. If you've joined the Cadence Club, this is my crackle brush. I love it to bits. I also have a slightly thinner one. You've got your natural bristles in there as well as your glazing brush. Use that for your aquastone varnish. And you do actually have 2 of your sponge-tipped ones, which you have from your multi-pack there. You've then got some flat edge and your rounded tips, but honestly, they're not going to last. There's one left.
There's one left. So if you want it, you need to pop it in your basket. Shop brush. $12.99. Right, let's have a quick recap on these stencils before we go back to demo. So Shop
Medal, is it?
Medal is going to get you all 4 of these, £7.50 per stencil. That's incredible value for money for that.
It is, absolutely. If you've not done it already, pop these into your basket. You will not be disappointed. The quality of these is exceptional. The detail of the design is exquisite. And again, there's the perfect placement. And of course, we went for these stencils because with the style of paint we wanted to share with you, we wanted something that's going to really reflect that quality. Something too fine, you're not going to see it as strong enough. These have the perfect channel width on all of them. Now, we went for more of your perfect rounds inside here, which of course gives you the name of your medallions. I love all of the little fine dots here. Too. Imagine put one of your hot fix rhinestones in each one of those. Wouldn't that look incredible?
They're incredible, aren't they?
And then of course you've got this almost petal flaring out through here. It's like a really big English rose. You've then as well got the center point. And look at every single design and think, if I die cut a circle, I could mask off that entire section and put one of my sentiments in there with my heat transfer vinyl.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's just, it's incredible. I know. The detail is absolutely phenomenal, isn't it? I love them. I think they're really special. And you could just do half if you wanted to.
Yes, absolutely you could.
And then this set is Shop Magic.
Oh, doing the limbo.
I'm doing it.
Oh, someone's unplugged us.
Again. Yeah.
Wow.
What did you say when you were like one of those
the
things that you see outside a garage?
Yeah.
When you were running across the car park trying to stop me.
Oh my gosh, the big tube men.
Yeah, the tube men, the inflatable tube men in the garage. Like that.
Yeah.
Shop Magic, mandala. These are lovely. Again, 4 of them, $29.99 is going to get you these. You put those in your basket, pop something else in, you're going to get it over to $35, you'll get your free shipping. And after your discounts, you get it to £30, you'll get that. Now, you could draw through that with a pencil.
You could.
And then colour it in with your watercolour brushes.
Absolutely.
Perfect combination.
As well with these, think about those mixed media ink sprays we shared with you throughout the week as well from Cadence. Those brand new ink sprays through these are going to be a dream. You could brayer through these with your inks, use them onto your jelly plates. There's so many different textures.
Gel plate's a great shout.
Printmaking with these is going to look stunning. As well, of course, you can do your embossing techniques, put them onto your rubber embossing mats, go through with your ball tool, create embossed texture on there like you do with your card template stencils. Again, it's something fun to explore, but again, a size of this scale is something that is just so satisfying. We've really leveled up on the stencils. Okay,
I have a question. Can you use the fabric paints on a gel plate, or will it dry too quickly? Will it
I should imagine it would be fine. I would probably use something like your standard metallics or your standard acrylics for that one.
Okay.
But what you can do, if you do want to use your fabrics there to create a gel plate impression onto fabric and pick it up, is give it a mild spritz of water on the gel plate before you apply it.
Okay.
And it'll just keep it open a bit longer.
Okay.
Just a really fine spritz though. You don't want to oversaturate your paint.
Lovely. There you go.
Yeah.
Right. So you go and get yourself ready,
Okay.
and I'm going to give you these clues again. In fact, we'll do all the clues now, and then you can start typing the answer. So question number, well, it's not a question, it's a clue. So what you've got to do is guess what animal it is, and then the person that wins at the end, we're going to spin the wheel, and whatever it lands on is what you're going to win. So question number 1, they live underwater, they eat fish. Although they live underwater, they need to come up to the surface to breathe. They travel in groups called pods, and they communicate with whistles, squeals and clicks.
Oh. A dolphin. Oh.
Well, I might be wrong.
That gets the seal of approval. Oh, it's not, is it? I don't know. I'm a bit stumped with that. It clicks. Like. Oh.
Yeah, like that.
Well, I would have said a dolphin for that.
Well, it might be.
I don't know. Well, everybody, I hope you're all getting it right in the comments.
Well, just Google, what is a group of whatever called?
A pog?
A pod.
Pod. Oh, right, okay. I have absolutely no idea. Travelling in pods. What, like a car?
No.
A pod car?
No, a group of them is called a pod.
Oh, like a shoal. Right, okay. Sorry,
Did I ever tell you that story about my mother-in-law while you do this?
Wait, sorry, say that again.
Did I ever tell you the story about my mother-in-law, Rose?
No.
So she always used to get words wrong, right? And Mick and his dad used to think it was absolutely hilarious. And she had to do the crossword every day, right? Yeah. She got everybody in the house to help her, but she had to fill in the answers so it looked like she'd done it, right? She's a proper character.
A me thing to
she
do.
was proper character. And she sat there one night, I didn't know her then, Mick was only about 12 or 13, he said, and my dad sat there reading the paper like this, and my mum's doing the crossword, and the clue was a number of fish beginning with S.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So she went, Number of fish beginning with S. 7.
That's brilliant.
I stood up and walked out the room because I was crying, laughing, and my dad just went, 7. Well, she's not wrong.
Well, she's
it's a number.
Fair play to her. Fair play to her. I'd have given her that.
Oh, she was a proper character. Honestly, the
7.
things she used to come out with used to have me crying, laughing. I'm like, yeah, I don't think you really mean that. It was very funny.
So was it
dear.
shoal?
Yeah, it was a shoal of fish, yeah. It begins with
confirm.
S. A number of fish.
It was 6.
She just went 7. 5 letters. Number of fish beginning with
16,
S.
67.
Honestly, funny. She was
Wow.
very funny, was Rose.
That's brilliant.
Oh, dear me. Right.
I've got one of my creative canvas tote bags. Again, you're going to get 5 in here for $12.99. Definitely stock up on these. Great price for those. And also, we do have the black ones as well. Do remember to get those in your basket. The black tote bags, you're going to get 3 of them for $14.99.
Fantastic.
I mean, my goodness. They're incredible.
Yeah, they're honestly, I don't think I've seen a bag for life that quality.
No,
they're
brilliant.
really sturdy. You know, you can buy them, and some of them are quite thin like this, but that is a different level. If you want a really strong bag, I mean, it's a really thick canvas.
Yeah, they're really durable, very durable bags.
And even the handles inside, where they've double turned it,
Yeah.
so you've got that real rigidity in that handle, but still, it's still soft. You've got the strength, but you've got the softness with it. They're cracking. I'm having some of those when they come in.
Oh, definitely. And of course that will literally, there's only 1 day delay on that for you.
There is.
What I've done on my canvas tote bag is I've popped one of my cellar bags just inside it, just there. So now I've got, of course, that in between my 2 layers of fabric. Okay, oh, I've got a bit of paint on my hand. Where did that come from? Somewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm pushing that tape down onto my fabric. And when you're doing surface coverage with paint, it's really good to give your fabric a spritz of water.
Okay.
Now, Cadence taught me how to do this, and again, it's a really simple process. Giving it a spritz of water will very quickly just soak into the fabric, and it allows it to travel easier. It will not be essentially mixing with the paint. It just gives the actual fabric a slicker surface.
Because it's a rubberizer.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
so it allows it to spread. So I've got my, it really does, and of course you'll see the difference on application. So really, fine little spritz like that over your fabric is more than enough.
Andrew's trying to find you another clue. Tell me what the answer is, Andrew, and I'll work out a clue.
Taking it out so I can't hear. I don't want to know. I want to keep guessing. Tell me when I can put it back in.
No, that's not a clue because I've never heard of that, Andrew.
Do you know what it is now?
Okay, you were right. You were right.
Oh, was I? That's a good clue.
There you are. You were right. Well, it is a clue. You were right.
There we are. So now what I'm doing is...
Do you know what's really interesting about that creature? Is that when they see humans, they see them like an X-ray.
Really? Mm-hmm. Wow.
It's weird, isn't it?
They make me cry.
I love them. Me and Matthew went swimming with them when we went to America years ago.
Really?
Yeah, it was amazing.
I love them to bits. I can remember seeing them when we were on a boat in Tenerife, and I was just like,
I know,
I just found it so much. They came right underneath the boat, and they were just going at the same time. We've got lots of clues now.
Yeah.
It's not a prawn.
No.
Right,
it's
okay.
not what I thought it was either. I thought it was a seal, but it's not.
You went to America to swam with prawns.
With a cocktail sauce and the lettuce swimming through like that.
The little eyes.
Yeah. He's looking at you, kid.
Right, okay.
Dear.
So I'm now going to do pure flat coat coverage onto fabric. Now I'm going in with my antique gold. This is a gorgeous colour that you'll get in that Shop Lavish collection, okay? Now because we've put that little water spritz onto the surface of our fabric, it's allowing it to travel really easily. It's not affecting or compromising the body of the paint, affecting, of course, its endurance, its durability, and its overall finish. But notice how, as I'm sort of going back and forth with this, I'm almost burnishing the paint itself, okay, which is giving us a wonderful coverage. Now, I've put out way more than I need of my paint there, but we're going to leave it because we're also going to do some blending with it too. So let's just go right up to here, and then as we finish this off, just skim over.
Is that one coat?
One coat.
Wow.
So skim over, surface of your paint, and then of course I'm going to remove my tape. It's not let it bleed at all, okay, that's very low tack tape. And then going to quickly dry this with my hairdryer. Okay.
That's lovely.
I mean, look, it's stunning.
It is stunning. Anelia made Anelia cry laughing. She says they don't have fingers to click, David. They are sea animals.
Well, pandas had fingers, and I didn't know that. I thought they had little paws. I'm going to do some animal research after this show. This week's been interesting for me. I've learned a lot.
Lisa Armitage absolutely says, thank God for Alexa.
The other day on one of the shows, I told everyone's Alexa to play a song, and everyone in the comments, it worked. Everyone's Alexa. I think I told them to play Queen.
Brilliant. Oh, dear me. That's very, very funny. Pam Bud says, thank you for the poppy canvas Stephanie gave me. It will go into the Royal British Legion raffle. How lovely is that?
Wow.
Fantastic. Yes, Carol, I agree with you. Fruit of the Loom T-shirts were always good quality. I still have a few from the 80s I wear from around the house. They still wash well. Yeah, Fruit of the Loom is the ones I used to paint on.
I used to have loads of Fruit of the Loom ones.
Yeah, I used to buy them in massive bulk. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, very fabulous. Thank you everybody for joining us this morning. It's a great morning, isn't it? Saturday really morning. We come in, we do 3 hours. We have a lot of fun with you, a lot of interaction. It's about education as well as products. But yeah, what a great morning we've had. We've had MDF earlier on with matching SVG files. If you missed out of that, I don't know if there's any left, Andrew. Can you see if there's any of the bundles left? We will also be getting the oddities box back in stock very soon because they're already in production, because I knew that one would fly out. So yes, so we've had that, and then we've got 2 hours of a brand new Cadence fabric paint launch, which is the Dora fabric paints. And you know the Dora brand from the waxes, from the regular metallics that we bring you, the Dora metallics. This is a fabric paint. So just explain the difference, please, Debbie, if anyone's just joining us. What's the difference between the different paints and how they're used?
Absolutely. So I'm going to remove this tape for you. The difference of the paints is vital and is so key to, of course, not only the finish, but the effect that is created with these. I mean, these are glorious. They have a rubberizing paint inside here, okay? So the rubberizer compound that's built within the actual formulation of the paint not only keeps the paint standing proud even before it's dry, it allows it to be flexible and also allows it to stretch. So when you're working onto something like a silk, a satin, or a lycra, the paint itself will quite literally stretch with the fabric, okay? You can see how it's traveling. It's not peeling and pinging off. It's giving you, of course, that wonderful finish. Now, also as well, they come in their vibrant tones of your Dora finish, which is what Cadence is so well known for. It's built up with metal flake inside there. But the difference between your standard Dora hybrids or your little bottles of your Dora metallic or your standard metallics, okay, I know sometimes there's a lot.
There is a lot, yeah.
Is that those paints are multi-surface, which is great, of course, which does mean you can paint onto fabric. You at home will recognise, though, the difference in the texture of that fabric. It's great because, of course, we have an all-round paint, but when you have something that's specialised for the surface, there is a key difference in there. Now, absolutely, those paints are still fundamental and essential within your stash, as are all of ours. But again, you have now got a selection that are specifically and of course directly produced for a specific surface, which is going to give you your strongest result. And also the fact that it's flexible, it's fully washable, you heat set it straight away. With of course your standard Dora metallics, when you're heat setting them, you can put them through the washing machine, but the fabric feels a bit harder, it feels a bit more rigid. When you're working on something as soft as this, you would naturally find it would almost feel like it's stiffer in areas, almost like you starched it.
Almost,
it's crispy. Yeah, crispy, that's it. With this, it's really, really soft. So you've got that rubberizer compound, which is very similar to, of course, the one within your fabric decoupage glue, which of course means you can actually thin this down with your fabric decoupage glue and create a paint with it. All dries nice and clear, that glue. But look at that, I mean...
That's just amazing.
I love it.
I used to work with a dimensional fabric paint that you painted out of a bottle that you could do that, and it never cracked and it never came off. That's a very clever product, and it's a very difficult product to get right as well.
Yes, it is. I imagine it can be very tricky, but they've done it so well.
Well, they do, don't they?
That's what Cadence are for.
That's exactly what they do.
So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go into another one of our stencils. Okay, I'm just going to pick this one out. Thank you, Mel. I'm just going to grab this one here from my stash and look at that design. Pretty. I mean, you can see I've gone through with a bit of red here. Oh, thank you very much. I'm going to now go just onto a corner. Okay, so I'm not going to go over the whole bag, but let's just pick out an excellent.
Sorry, Andrew, hold the stock of what? I can't hear you very clearly. Lavish, half the stock of Lavish, which is the bottom set that has your antique gold, your cyclamen and your petroleum in. Half of that is now allocated.
Oh, wow.
And the other two are on 35%. So your classic, where you've got your gold, your red and your green, and your subtle, where you've got your, what was it called, that's a lovely name, menthol.
Yes.
Your antique pink and your platinum. I think that's my favourite set because it'll be lovely on white, that set. It'll be very subtle, won't it?
Oh, it absolutely
it's really
will
pretty.
do.
But whichever you go for, I mean, I am going to buy all 9, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, no, you absolutely have to have all 9.
I have to have them. After starting to sort out the house last week, I'm going to put them all on shelves. I'm going to have all of it lined up on shelves.
I had a
So
corner
they just look
unit
really pretty.
before I moved house, and it was sat in the corner. And funny that. And it had all my Cadence on it. It looked incredible. I loved it so much. The cabinets in now is not the doors you can't see through, but I can open it and still see them.
It's like if you ever want to go, if you ever come to our academy, the Cadence shop, when I re-merchandised that a few months ago, I just wanted to lift it up and put it in my craft room. It was delicious, all in straight lines, all in colour order. It was, yeah.
And that, as a Cadence Club member, as a Cadence customer, you can have the same at home. You can build up.
Tell me a bit about your Cadence Club, David, please.
Okay, so our Cadence Club, of course, we kicked it off at the start of April, which was the launch. And the first class was called First Glass Techniques. And in there we did 3 different glassware projects.
Right.
Loads of you have already been sharing what you would call it, maybe your homework or, of course, your first projects on the page.
That exciting.
It's really nice to see because there's so many of you. In fact, I would say the majority of you have posted in there and said, this is my first time working onto glass with Cadence. And they are incredible. Like, the projects you've done are amazing. They are stunning. And when I was going through them, even yesterday evening, I was having a look through, and a lot of you saying, "Oh, was it a little bit unconfident to post this because it was my first attempt?" I'm so glad that you have.
Absolutely.
Because now, of course, it's strong progression. It's so nice to see. It really, really is. But in that Cadence Club, of course, it's a 3-month club, the first one, and it's $29.99. So you're paying less than £10 a month with each month. The first one focusing on glass, so you can join now. Don't worry, you're not late to the party. You can still join and get the first month in. We're focused on glass. Month 2 is called Would It Work? So we go into all of our wooden surfaces with different applications to show you how to get the best results, whether it's a piece of varnished furniture, whether you need to prime it, whether, of course, you need to do something different to get a stronger result, or the things not to do. Okay, so you get to cover all of those facts and details within more projects. And then, of course, the third and final class within the month is all about fabric. So fabrication with Cadence, and in there we go through different textile mediums, whether it's heat transfer, your Dora textile paints, which you're featuring today, and of course rice paper application from an inkjet and a laser printer onto your fabric surfaces. You've got all of that to look forward to. I'm going to try and at least, of course, always include 3 projects. Sometimes it'll be an hour, sometimes it'll be 2 hours. It depends, of course, how long the projects take, but it gives you variety. You get entered into a Facebook group, of course, which is an all-inclusive group for you to, of course, share your projects and inspiration, which we, of course, give you lots of updates on. And as well, you get a direct email and you get a download as well every month included, whether it's rice papers, a template, or a cutting file.
And it's £10 a month.
I know. So even if you get it just for the rice
crazy,
paper,
absolutely,
they would have been more than £10 on their own.
Anne yesterday, she's in festival today actually, and she's quite proficient on a scan and cut. She said, "Well, is it worth it?" And do you know what? It's worth it because you'll learn lots of hints and tips, but it's worth it for the SVG files that you get as you download every month.
They're exclusive to the club.
Absolutely.
So you can't get them anywhere else.
You'll never get them, and they'll never be released separately. So shop Cadence, $29.99 will make you a member of that club where you can go, you'll get invited into that exclusive Facebook group. And when I read mine the other night, the Scan and Cut group, everyone was saying how lovely it was, how everyone was so kind. They were sharing ideas, they were sharing colour combinations, helping each other out. It was just fabulous. And we're all about building this craft community here at Highlight Crafts. Our industry is incredibly turbulent at the moment, I think, to say the least. We all know what happened with Create and Craft last year, and it's been a really tough time for everybody within the creative industry. You know, you've got people like Craft Stash and Creative Expressions.
It's tricky times.
It's tough out there, but what we're doing here is we've got our own little studios, and we come in every day, Monday to Friday, and from 8 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we bring you shows where you can purchase the product and we demonstrate it. If it's a sales show, it's up and down the counter. But wherever we can, we try and do demos for you and teach you about the products and how to get the best out of them. So spread the word that we're here. And if you miss the shows, you can watch them back on repeat on the website. So if you're out at work during the day, or if you're off out and about on your hollybob, so you're going out for a day out, take us with you.
Yeah.
And do you know what the great thing is? If you sat in the garden and you're having a cup of tea, you can watch us on your phone or your tablet.
I know. I won't be able to do that with my telly.
No, absolutely not. So, yeah, spread the word for us. Anila has a question. When is the Cadence foil bond coming back, please?
Oh, do you know what? It has been ordered. I understand there's a lot of you. That product, it was probably one of our highest in quantity ordered products, but it was probably our fastest selling medium ever from Cadence, and that beat the diamond metallics and everything. We just didn't anticipate how fast it was going to go, but it is on its way back in. You will be updated the second it lands here at Highlight Crafts.
Oh yeah, you'll know.
Don't you worry, I will share it on every social platform that we have going that it's back in stock, and you will also get it in your emails too.
Yeah, can you do that reminder thing?
I think you can remind when back in stock.
Yeah.
I believe you can do. You can get an email notification, but also as well, you'll hear about it.
You'll
probably
know.
hear me cheering.
You
in
will,
the corner.
absolutely. Carol Lewis says you went swimming with these creatures in Miami and Bahamas. The ones in the question.
Carol did.
Carol Lewis.
Wow.
But then she always makes me laugh, does Carol. Wouldn't do it now since I found out that Bahamas is the shark capital of the world.
Yeah, maybe not.
I'm really glad you find that out after.
You had something sat on your head as well in the last show. What was that?
Yeah, I know.
A monkey or
Amazing.
something?
I know. Anila says, if I made a mistake using the fabric paint, then can it be rubbed off if I do it immediately?
Okay, great question. These are incredibly strong pigmentation of the paints. You'd probably get away with it on a lighter coloured fabric with something like your gold or your platinum. But if you have gone in with a darker colour and you've made a mistake, what I would suggest doing is just have a bowl of hot water ready to go and just rinse it through, and then you're probably going to have to want to washing machine it. It's like if you've got, if you splash oil on yourself when you're cooking or something, it's quick reaction.
I know.
Okay, you've got to work
Absolutely.
fast. Have some stain remover, that'll help. Okay, before it's cured, stain removal will help.
They're asking for a list of all the paint products and what they do.
Don't worry, guys.
That's like an encyclopedia,
Mel's
isn't
doing
it?
it for us, so.
In my spare time with my feet.
Yes.
So if the writing's not very neat, you'll know why.
That is something I'm working on. I'm actually off next week, and I'm going to be doing quite a bit of that.
You're off work, David.
I'm gonna do a little bit of planning. A little bit of planning.
Do you know what we need to do? We need to get the catalogues for sale.
I know.
That would solve the problem.
It is a very good point.
Wouldn't it?
I think you've just solved a lot. But then, yes, we'll have to give you redacted catalogues.
No, because then we'll know what they want to buy.
This is very true.
Let's see if we can make that happen.
Yeah.
That would be good, wouldn't it? If you could buy a Cadence catalogue, because it gives you a lot of information in there, doesn't it?
That is a brilliant idea.
I know.
We shall see.
Right.
We've also got some Cadence drinking cups coming soon.
We've got what?
I know. They're using them in the academy today.
Oh, did you know?
Yeah.
Did you? Oh, I'm glad you did.
I knew like a minute ago.
Right, 40% now of your classic and your subtle are now allocated. So your classic has got your gold, red and green. Your subtle has got your menthol, your vintage rose and your platinum. And 50% of the lavish, which has your antique gold, cyclamen and petroleum in. Right, let's see these in action, David.
This cyclamen is gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to pop some of this out onto my mat, okay?
The alphabet stencil is very, very busy as well. It's shop alphabet. Tell me the price, Andrew, please. $19.99 gets you alphabet, numbers, and also your punctuation, and they link together, which is brilliant. So you get all your letters level.
Now,
that's fab.
Look at this on the surface.
Wow.
It is incredible. You're getting that wonderful Dora flash, which of course these are so well known for. Now this stencil here that I've laid up already with my red paint, what happens is it's skimming over the stencil and of course capturing in all of the indentation areas. Then if you just soak this, it will eventually come off. But if I'm quite honest with you, and I know this isn't the most well-behaved thing to do.
I don't clean my stencils.
I just don't bother.
No, I don't.
Why? If I need to, I will do. But because I'm blending at the moment, I've not really got much built up on here. It's pigmentation. It's probably the first layer that will actually stay and everything else skims over the top.
Yeah.
But just that little spritz of water you saw there, speeds up the entire process.
That does make it much more fluid.
Yeah, it glides.
Not fluid, but movable,
yeah.
I guess. That's
it's just
probably the
skimming
word.
over the surface, giving us wonderful coverage, okay, on a light surface. Remember, I have put a liner in this bag. It's got a large cellophane bag inside there. As Mel was saying, you could put a board in there. Just makes it really easy. Now, do it a bit of pouncing. It's going to give you that wonderful flash. But let's just take this one away for the moment because we've just done the corner. And look at that. It is exquisite. I mean, wow, the sparkle and the shine that you get with these paints.
Wow, it glistens.
It does.
Doesn't it?
It really, it's like frost.
Absolutely stunningly beautiful. I
Even
love
on
that.
my apron, let's have a
Rebecca,
go.
David, what palette do you use?
Oh, this?
Oh, hang on. What palette do you use as not the palette paper, please?
Oh, right, okay. Well, this palette that I've got, is actually a big piece of acetate.
It is.
But it's much loved. But again, I would, if you're not going to use palette.
This.
Oh, this. Oh,
I think she's seen that and thought, that's not palette paper. What is it?
The last page.
You've just run out.
I've just run out.
Well spotted, Rebecca.
Do you know what? Palettes are really interesting surfaces to work onto, and it actually does make a difference. If you're working onto, and I worked onto that construction board, and I was actually testing it while I was doing it, because if you work onto paper, like scrap paper with your paints, as you're picking up that paint constantly, you're actually adding pulp to the paint. It will be picking up the surface, even though you may not realise or see it. As you continually go like this, you're going to eat away at the surface, and that's going to add to your paint. You don't want that. Always work on something that's either a non-stick surface, like a parchment, or a palette paper that's designed for paint, which is slick, and of course, it's non-porous. Or go onto something like an acetate and keep it. That's probably the most environmentally friendly way of doing it, because it just stays there.
Mitch Walker says she needs a Cadence mug and a Highlight Crafts one too. Absolutely.
A
well,
mug?
We'll be bringing you a new product from Brother. Well, it's not new, but it's new to us. A sublimation printer.
Yes.
But we need a bit more time to get everything ready for that launch, because it's going to be a big launch. We mentioned it a few weeks ago, and loads of you were saying, "Oh, please can we have one?" So we're working on it, but we just need to make sure that we've got loads of finished samples. We know exactly how it works. We can answer all your questions. That's really important. Well,
Absolutely.
That was clever, what you just did then.
Yeah, well, my stencil was still a little bit wet, but I wanted to reposition it because I'm making use of the tag.
You're doing what Stephanie does. I picked a penny up the other day from the bedroom, right? And it was one of the previous ones where they had the side pockets.
Yes.
And I put my hand in the side pocket and it came right out the other end.
Oh, she cut it
And then I
off.
suddenly remembered somebody saying on Create and Craft, can you stencil, or whatever she was doing, can you do it on fabric?
Yeah, so running it
Paint
through the
on
machine
fabric.
while she was still wearing
And
it.
she literally cut the pocket out and went, right, let's try it. Honest, and now you've got the penny on the table, for goodness sake. What do you like?
The thing is, the penny is on the shelf, and I really wanted to show you onto a dark
Onto
surface.
denim. Yeah,
now,
fair
onto your
enough.
denim. It looks beautiful, and also, it's going to look a bit fancy too, because I'm now going to have a bit of mandala in at the bottom. And just because this apron has got a lot of life in it, it's got stories to be told.
Oh, it has.
It's seen things. And do you know what? Why not celebrate that and cover some of it up and use it with, of course, the paint that I've already got on there. And then actually, I wanted to use up the paint I had left on my palette. And what better way to do it?
We should all get new pennies, and we should all do this.
We should all stencil them. What I was going to do, which it was, someone in the comments suggested doing this, is that one of my pennies is for every project that's sent in, print it on rice paper and decoupage it on, so it's like a massive apron filled of everybody's rice paper projects.
Wow.
So
That'd
I want to
be
start
really
doing
cool.
that. So if you're uploading your projects to the Cadence Craft Club, and you've got a perfect picture, like kind of try and do it over the top so I can see the whole thing. I'm going to start printing them and doing rice paper, and I'm going to quilt it all on.
Oh, I could do that with my scan and cut.
Yeah.
Couldn't I?
We should all do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
That'd be really cool.
So please keep them sent in. Just pop on the group, and of course, as you're posting it, just put, for the apron too, and then I'm gonna start printing them, and I'm gonna get that going.
That's really cool.
Build it up. It'll take a fair few months, but that's the beauty
Might
of
need
it.
a duvet cover, love, not an apron.
I know. Well, do a few aprons.
That's fabulous.
So I've gone all the way over here. Now what I am gonna do is I'm gonna grab a piece of cut and use
Careful,
sponge.
come to the table with you. You're attached to the table, love,
Imagine
now.
to get
Can
up
you?
now.
I can.
It
Yeah,
will
I can.
happen.
Literally.
Why do we do these things?
Well, I don't
Right.
know.
Okay.
Right, go on.
So I'm going to go in with some of the sponge, And the thing is, when you're working with your cut and use sponge, you see how sparkly that is.
That's amazing, isn't it?
This is the difference between a blend and a stipple. When you stipple and pounce with a sponge, what you're doing is you're pushing down and pulling back. And when you pull back, you reveal all of that wonderful sparkle. So that's what's going to happen on the fabric too. And it's fascinating as well to think that this is a rubberized paint and it's still going to give you that flawless finish. So what I'm doing is I'm going all the way over here with our sponge and I'm going to start to stipple all of this, and it's going to bring all of that sparkle to the top. We've done our base coat. This is going to give us that wonderful finish on even a deep dark surface. So don't worry, whatever tone you're going on to, you have complete control of the outcome, which makes all the difference. So
absolutely.
Look at that on my apron. Oh, I've also stuck it to my bag. There we go. There we go. Look at this. Wow. That there is now stenciled onto our denim apron and it looks beautiful. It's even gone perfectly over the threads. And you know what? I don't have an ounce of bleed, even where it had to go through a challenging stage of a different surface, okay? I've got glue here. Now you have one of our most beautiful, luxurious colours, our cyclamen, onto one of the deepest, darkest tones you could ever wish to cover. And of course, this has been through the washing machine plenty of times, believe it or not. And of course, it's glorious. It gives you a fabulous result. I really like it.
They're all asking about the sublimation printer. It's coming, I promise, but we just need to make sure that, so as a demonstrator, you have to know that product inside out. I can't just come on and go, right, this is a sublimation printer from Brother. We need to have everything ready and organised and samples done and all the rest of it. But yes, absolutely, it will be on its way. And I love that. And she said, Karen says, did you say Brother sublimation printer? Luckily, hubby is out and missed my squeak, which usually means shopping, lol. I love that. That's fabulous. I love that.
I think we did have a question as well about washing your garments.
Yes.
I forgot, sorry, who put that in, but it's really important. So it's a great question to actually mention. And it's about, of course, whether you're using fabric conditioners, right?
Yep.
So I would suggest in your first application of your paint, don't use fabric conditioner. Use your washing powder or your standard. You can get the wash tabs now that have conditioner built into it.
Yeah.
I would use just a standard detergent with your garments prior to application, just so, of course, it doesn't leave that silky finish, which is naturally going to repel paint. They're designed to stay in the fabric. That's what gives you that smell, because it's still in the fabric. And, of course, make sure they're thoroughly dry first. Press them before you go in with it. But after you've then applied your paint and heat set it, you can use whatever detergent and fabric softeners you want.
Okay, so you don't have to wait 21 days.
No, you just
dry it. Leave it
like
to dry naturally for half an hour, and then you iron it on the reverse to the temp with a dry iron to the temperature of that the fabric will take, which is great.
Absolutely.
Mitch, you're going to get me in trouble. Go on, tell me. I won't say anything. I can't tell you when it's coming. I don't know. I don't know. If I could, you know what I'm like. I like sharing. Jonathan has asked me to remind him of my mum's quote. So we were doing a kitchen chopping board the other day. My mum had a picture, and it said, I'll wait till you finish that.
No,
but
sorry,
no, it's fine. You'll carry on. And it had a really nice quote, and it says, no matter where I serve my guests, it seems they like my kitchen best.
Oh.
And it was in the kitchen, because every time we have a party, everybody ends up in the kitchen, don't we?
We live in the kitchen.
Yeah. Right. So that was it, Jonathan. If you forget it or you didn't have time to write it down, email me, mel@highlightcrafts.com, and I'll write it down and send it to you back to you. And Rebecca says, how safe would these be on baby clothes?
Okay, well, so on the garments themselves...
That's a great question.
It is a brilliant question. I should see no issue. It's completely water-based. You just have to make sure it's...
Mitch says she's going to pay me for the information. I'm like, I can't do it.
Well, on garments like baby grows and things like that, you can still use it. It's perfectly fine to do so. It's got all of the correct certification to be used in garments for all ages. Just do make sure you have fully heat set all of those garments. If you're working onto, like your muslin cloths and things like that, the really fine cloths, I would suggest it to be something like more of a thicker, like a baby grow, bigger, thicker garments to work onto, because with something like that, you put them through the wash every day.
And you could also put it on the back of the baby grow.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
I think, water-based. There's no. It's not.
I wouldn't
toxic.
do it on a garment that the baby's going to chew.
Put in the mouth.
Yeah,
no.
I wouldn't do that, because of course, for one, they're not going to want that.
No.
And secondly, it's just I just wouldn't do that.
No.
But again, I'll just put it on anywhere, whether it's at the chest or the back or the trousers. Maybe it's going to be around the hems of the trousers, that sort of thing. Jazz them up. But yeah, don't worry, it's safe.
All right, so we've got 10 minutes left.
Oh, okay, great.
What can we do in 10 minutes? Do you want to do something else? Do you want me to go down the counter, or what do you want me to do?
Should we do a quick reminder of the paints and then do another demo?
Yeah, come on then.
Yeah?
Let's
do that.
Let's do that. That's a great shout, David, as ever.
Okay.
Off you go. Right, classic, first of all. So your top row, your gold, your red and that green. Absolutely stunning colours, these. And as you said, Christmas, but all year round.
Oh, all year round.
I like the idea of mixing all these different colours, because if you mixed a little bit of that with the menthol, you'll get a different green.
That's what we'll do for our last demo. We'll blend some of these together for you so you can see a bit of colour variation and what actually happens. But yeah, Christmas colours, so strong and bold. But of course, you can dilute, or you can, of course, take the intensity down of those colours in whichever way you want.
Half the stock of that, 50% of it is allocated in people's baskets. I'm sure there's a lot of people away for Easter this weekend. So get them in your baskets. Make sure you are checking out your baskets. Andrew said there's still 10 people with the bundle from the MDF sat with it in your basket. Somebody can go on the website and take that out.
Yeah, that's
Please
scary.
do not be disappointed. Half the stock of the classic. Then you've got your subtle, which gives you that beautiful menthol green, the antique pink, which is your all-time favourite colour, and the platinum, which is one of my all-time favourites. I love it. It's a very subtle colour. So you've got menthol, antique pink and the platinum, all three of those. Shop Subtle, $17.99. Andrew, whatever you're opening, can you move it away from the microphone, because it's right in my eardrum, thank you. That wasn't nice, was it? You went like that and I went like that. Either it was like, yeesh. No, you weren't. You were eating. Right, so all three of those. The bottom one, Shop Lavish, 45% of subtle. Shop Lavish gives you your antique gold, cyclamen and petroleum. Over half of this has gone.
Wow.
This is the most popular one.
I can see why.
I
mean, look at those colours.
They're just delicious, aren't they?
They're probably, out of all of the 9 paints, the most opulent, most radiant, luxurious, and of course lavish set of paints.
Absolutely.
That petroleum stands proud within, of course, the candle paints, the glass paints, your hybrids, and now your textiles. It's a popular colour that runs through all genres, but again, your cyclamen, your antique gold, so complementary of that deep tone. Mix either one or all three together on one project, you will not be disappointed. No. They're so striking, full pigmentation and full coverage. You
know, when you see orchids and their leaves are really deep green and then they've got that beautiful that's what that set reminds me of.
Whenever I think of orchids, it reminds me, Luke's mum went to the garden centre not long ago and she bought, and I'm going off a tangent, but she bought a big beautiful orchid plant, and she picked out, as you do, you pick out the best one with the most flowers on it. Really nice in this pot with cellophane around it. She went with her sister and she sat in the car like this with the window open, sits in the car with the orchid, big beautiful one. She went, oh, it's a bit cold, put the window up and chopped it off. And all of the flowers chopped off and went outside. And then she just looked onto the floor and there's this big beautiful orchid branch on the floor, and she was like, right, well, I can't go back in with that.
She has to go back and buy another one. That was brilliant. Oh my goodness me.
Just makes me laugh every time with something of orchids.
What you need to do now is we need to get an orchid stencil designed, and you need to make her a bag for life with an orchid on.
Everlasting orchid.
Amazing. How fabulous is that? Right, shall we go back?
I'll go get ready. Yes.
Let's go and do another demo, shall we? Let's just finish the show off with a flourish with our David.
Let's do it. I can't believe it. It's gone so fast today.
3 hours this morning has gone nowhere, has it? I don't know. And you're off now, aren't you? So
I know.
You won't see David till a week on Tuesday.
That's
true,
right? Absolutely.
I'll be back on Monday, but not till later on in the day. I'm going home this afternoon.
Ooh.
I'm in a day at home tomorrow and then coming back Monday morning. You've got Amanda and Stephanie and I most of the day on Monday. And then I'll be back with Scan and Cut on Tuesday, which will be really good.
Ooh,
we've got a new Cutting Craftorium. And if you bought the Tattered Lace download yesterday, the brand new archive from the archive Tattered Lace set of 4 yesterday, you will get the Cutting Craftorium with that code. Woo! With that code.
Why is it like an episode of you being framed in here?
It is. With that code for £20. I know, it's just honestly, feels like me that. A bit drops
It reminds me of like an old Blue Peter episode where they have all the animals and there's like a cat trying to get a fish out and there's like a lizard that's running across and a Labrador's doing a baba in the corner.
Well, I'll tell you what, if we do that after the Watershed show,
you
need to tell your guinea pig story.
Okay, maybe I will. Might just do that.
I think you need to come in and tell your guinea pig story, because that's very funny too. Yeah, very, very funny.
It'll happen.
Mitch, you can pay me as much as you want, darling, but I actually don't know when we're launching it. So if I come in on Tuesday and they go, it's tomorrow, they're like, okay.
There you go.
But yes, we just want to make it right for you, so that any questions, there's nothing worse than you ask a question and the person that's selling you the product doesn't know or demonstrating the product doesn't know the answer. So we're just going to make sure that it's right for you.
Absolutely.
Love that colour.
I know, look at that peak on that paint. So I've got
Look
here.
at the peak on that paint,
Look
David.
at the peak on that.
That's amazing.
Honestly. Petroleum red and our rich gold, so I've dipped into a few bundles there.
They do a product, don't they, called gel impasto,
Yes.
which you can pipe with. It
reminds me
for
of it.
that to hold its form like that is
Quality.
amazing.
It really, really is.
That's crazy. Even this bit, normally you'd have, because of the weight of it, it would just start to bow over, wouldn't it? But that's just remarkable.
It's stunning. It really, really is.
I've never seen a fabric paint like that.
It's fab, and it travels so far as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, little mist of our water
That's
on
a great
there.
tip, that.
It really works so well. You do not need much at all. In fact, the surface coverage of the stencil is more encouraging than what's on the fabric because it'll pick it up.
Yeah.
So we're going to start to blend on the outer edge here with our fabric paint. Okay, so we're working all onto the outer edge with our wonderful metallic finish. I can see as I'm blending the metal flakes shining back at me already. So I'm going to circulate around this outer edge first, like this. And I've picked 3 colours here that I wouldn't usually always work together, but I wanted to see what result I'd get because it's nice to be able to share with you different processes live here during the show. I've picked an awkward section, which is my handle of my bags. So we're going to, of course, focus on that area and skim over it to still get a nice blend so we don't have to worry about any indentation areas. And of course, again, the surfaces I'm working on too are so easy. Let's now dip into some of our gold. Okay, so now we're making a goldy red. Okay, going to start to blend that gold into that red. It's creating like a fiery burnt umber colour in between.
Peter asks, hi David and Mel, are the aprons available with the Highlight Crafts logo? Loving the show, so many tips. David, you are so knowledgeable. Absolutely he is. You can actually buy this physical apron, David, if you want. Not this one, because this is mine. But you can buy the denim Highlight Academy one. We've got it on the show. Just tell me the code and price, Andrew, please. Andrew? I think we've lost Andrew. I think the batteries have gone on our headphones.
Dear.
Right, shall we cause chaos?
Should we do it? Oh, I can still get him every now and again. He keeps coming back.
Can you? We don't know what the winner is either, do we? Denim, shop denim, $36.99 will get you this apron. It's fabulous quality. This has been through the wash so many times, I can't tell you. It's ridiculous, but it's a fabulous opportunity to be able to get one of the Highlight Academy aprons as well. So I think what we'll do, because we don't know who the winner is.
Wait, I think, can Andrew say something? Oh, I got him. Hello. Yeah, I can hear him.
I can't hear him at all.
Yeah, maybe your earbud's just gone.
No, it's gone. Completely.
Becky will see it on the screen as well, who's won.
Okay, fine. So he's going to draw a winner. Becky will see who it is, and then we'll spin the wheel. I like this. No Andrew me.
I know, it's really...
It makes me...
It is Tracy Geary.
Tracy Geary.
Oh, we should hear the things he's saying about you, Mel.
Is it? Well, that's standard.
He's actually saying nothing.
That's just normal, average box standard Andrew. But I like the idea that I can't hear him. And he can't control me. I mean, he can't control me anyway, but... It makes me, when you get that mischief in you and you're like, I really need to go and do something that I shouldn't do. I've got that feel. I'm like 6 again. And I knew I shouldn't have climbed that tree and hung upside down, but I did.
You did it?
I'm
you did
here.
it anyway?
That's amazing.
Look at that.
That looks like it's been done with the sparkliest
like a block
rainbow
print.
ink. It's just amazing.
Stunning. And I went over the really tricky area of the bag handle and it's done it effortlessly.
Yeah, it has.
Give it
That's
a try.
Beautiful. So that was your red, your petroleum, and your antique gold.
Absolutely, it was. I mean, you could still go in and, of course, do accent colour. I'm just get addicted to this. And then you could go in.
Oh, yeah, you like
and
your dotting,
do
don't
dimensional. You could do all your dimensional painting with this.
Dotting.
Look at this. Just bring those colours.
Oh, look at that.
Here.
Or if you got the hot fix rhinestones.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They'd be great on here as well, wouldn't they? Or you could use the rhinestones from your rhinestone starter kit from Brother.
Oh, yeah, do that. Absolutely. But also, pop this into a fine nozzled bottle. That's a tongue twister. And
Fine
you
nozzle
could pipe
bottle.
with it. Fine nozzle bottle. And
you
can
could.
pack with it. Yes, you
do
can
you know what? That's a
dimensional.
great shout, David,
Yeah.
because it's got that rubberizer in it, it'll stick. So if you're going to do that, what you're going to do is put it into a bottle with a fine nib, scratch it onto the surface first so that bit bonds to the fabric, and then create the dimension on top of that. So you scratch it to bond it, and then you bead on top of it. That's amazing. You get, I love that. I love David when he's excited, because he sits there and he does it and he'll go.
So happy with
Little
it.
shoulders just go up a little bit,
It's
and
just
it's
like,
like, yeah, look at that. That's amazing. And the coverage over a colour is phenomenal.
Oh yeah, it's colour on colour. It's
Isn't
full
it?
block out. It is wonderful. Look
That's really
at this.
quite remarkable. Look at that. Oh, David, that's fabulous.
It's
I
so
love
fun.
that.
I can't believe we've got a minute left.
I know. Stephanie, I just need to tell you that, unfortunately, the MDF isn't on this show. If you watch back the 8 a.m. show, it's just the bundle, I think, but it's all allocated. So you, yeah, you might have to go on the website.
I reckon
it.
so. It'll be super quick.
Or those people who've got it in your basket, check it out, because there's other people coming in behind you after it. A minute left, right? Let's spin this wheel. So
Spin the
let's
wheel.
do, we'll get David to this time. Left or right?
Oh, I'm left-handed.
Left-handed. Right, spin the wheel. Go on.
Okay.
You spin it, spin it, spin it, spin it, spin it.
Look at that. Listen to that. Doom, doom, doom.
Not 5 again.
Is it spinning again?
5 and 9.
What we need to do is change it on here.
Oh, sorry. Are you okay?
Yeah, fine.
You do it. See if this way works instead. You have got to be joking me. This is a fix.
That's hilarious. Number
Oh,
4, 150 points.
There we go. Got
Thinking
there.
heck. Email us at help@highlightcrafts. What on earth is going on? Email us help@highlightcrafts and we'll get those points added to your account. Thank you very much for joining us this Saturday morning. David's going off to get some rest and relaxation and start doing all his decorating and all the rest of it, so you catch up with him on social.
Yes.
But he's not here till a week on Tuesday. Please don't go and do a load of work at home, David. You're supposed to be having a week
All
off.
right.
You need to recoup after the
Bit of
chaos,
R&R.
after the madness. Right. Thank you to Becky for coming in on Saturday morning and doing the cameras for you. Thank you to Andrew, who's sitting at home with his feet up, for doing the producing. And I will see you on Monday evening, I think. So have a lovely, lovely weekend. And don't forget, get that basket to over £30 after your discounts. You'll get your free gift, which is super exciting. Thank you very much, everybody. You take care. Lots of love. Bye.